Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Okay, I hope everybody had a great day today. Okay, I'm just getting home, so y'all know what that means. I'm still getting situated, okay? But we are here on a Tuesday for some stuff, okay? We're gonna be chit-chatting about some pop culture, some gossip news, and foolishness and whatnot. Okay, we will have a watch along because gotta take my shoes off. Because Bishop Robbery and his lawyer, for the first time ever, we got actual information from an actual lawyer. Kind of sort of, okay, because I don't know how much Brian Ponder does this or that, okay? But he is the bishop's lawyer. So y'all know the Bishop Robbery watch along is always last because that's how we do things around here, okay? But again, it is Tuesday. Y'all know what that means, okay? It could be Taco Tuesday. It could be Tequila Tuesday. It could be TD Tuesday. Whatever tea you celebrate, okay, it's your tea tonight. Okay, now, first things first, if you have not done so already, take a second, okay? Take a little second and subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and dot. Do not forget to also like the video, comment in the comment section because it's a conversation between us. Also, like the video, okay? Share the video. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and take up the time. I'm also on Facebook, okay? I post stuff on Facebook too, whatever. What you know what I'm saying? It's to be an active participant of the JayLeesCorner stuff. Okay, you don't have to follow me everywhere, but you should be following me somewhere. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, look, I'm here where I'm at. How y'all doing? Okay. Where are my glasses? Can't see without my glasses. There we go. Okay, I had to come in the house real fast, change because my dress, it was too much boobage. Okay, so here we are. Okay, together as one. and whatnot. I don't know why my signal look like it's being dumb and fugaziness. I don't understand it or whatever. But hopefully y'all can see and hear me clearly and whatnot. I'm sure it'll fix in a second. I probably just need to reset my router because you know what I'm saying, storms have been knocking things out. House you. But it look a little blurry. Look a little blurry. And I don't like looking a little blurry. Anyway, we'll let it phase out. But hey, how are y'all doing? How was everyone? Having a great day? Anyway it go, it's time to get into the foolishness and whatnot. But let me say hey to the people. Hey, how y'all doing? Hello, everyone. Ready for the foolishness of it all? Ready to have a good time? It is really freezing. Why is it freezing? I can see it freezing. We're gonna let it be for a second or whatever. And it better fix itself. But hey, how y'all doing? How was everyone? Because it's not storming. It's a bit hot outside, but it's cold in my apartment. I don't know why it's only on one little bar. Okay, the connection should not be unstable. But hey, y'all, I hope everybody is here. So, to chit chat. Okay, I have a lot of things saved on my IG. And then we have, of course, the Bishop Robbery of it all. That man was on live for a whole hour. I had to put it on fast forward, cut some little stuff out to get it down to around 30 odd minutes because I was like, Lord Jesus. Okay, but yes. Oh, come on now, Popeyes. Popeyes. I want some Popeyes. I wouldn't mind some Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? Could be. But yes, I'm saying, look, happy Tuesday, chili done. I made chili yesterday too. I made it yesterday. So it's in the. I forgot to take it out the refrigerator. I'm gonna get a bowl before I go to bed, okay? Because I want some today, okay? But again, hey to everyone. I feel like all these things. Come on, not peppermint tea, okay? And yes, bling. Bishop, y'all know next Monday is the Robbery. Next Monday is the year, the first Robbery of Bishop Robbery's robbery. Okay. I feel like for the Robbery, I'm gonna have to go and find the live between Bishop Robbery, Larry Reed and old girl, because that is really what set a whole bunch of stuff off. It was that live, okay, that perpetuated all the foolishness that came after that. So I think for the Robbery, we're gonna pull up that live. I'm gonna try to go back to my old stuff to see what I put out, and we can kind of watch it again and see, how what he said then, how it has played out this year. Because how he was then, he was more off the rails then than he is now. It'll be a whole year. And whatnot. Hey my, that's my mama. My mama. So y'all know my mama's birthday was on Friday. Okay. And my mama was on a cruise. I couldn't say nothing because she wasn't home. We don't like letting nobody know when you're not home in real time. So mama had a whole cruise, you know what I'm saying, to the Bahamas. It was Bahamas, right? Mama Nassau? No, wait. Yeah, to the Bahamas. So mama had a whole cruise for her 60th birthday. Okay. She was gone from she just got back yesterday. Okay, she's been gone for a little while. I miss her. So welcome back, mama, and happy you had a great time on your cruise for your 60th birthday. Okay, but Bishop Robbie has been acting a fool for a whole year and still with the fool. A whole year. For no. Bimini? I can't pronounce right, it's fine. Well, that's what she was at. Okay, but a whole good time she had her cruise, You know, I am not a boat. I don't like to fly or I don't like boats. So I was there in spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not me. Okay, but actually she had a great little time. Okay, now why my signal? I don't know. I probably need to reset my router because it's been a minute. Because the storming and stuff, whatever, I need to reset and leave it to be. But let's get to what we now look. We got, this is the gist of what we discussed, and it's a whole bunch of other little wrinkle on stuff. But we're gonna get into this stuff towards the end or whatever. But let's get into some of my share stuff. Now, if y'all start to hear some bump, my neighbor literally just cut some music on. Y'all may not hear it all because it's very low, but he may start blasting for no damn reason at 9:30 in the evening. I don't know. I just got home from work. I don't know. Okay, but it's not as loud as it usually is, so we might be safe. We might be. I don't know. Anyway, let me share my screen. Okay, get to all the stuff that I saved on IG. It's so easy saving stuff on IG because you can then just go to it and then do it. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. Now, where is, I guess, Bishop Robbery? It's kind of wanted because he's still ain't been sentenced yet. Well, see, his trial is set for, I believe, February. So we have to see, what. I'm self camera because I don't know why it's only at one little notch and it should not be doing that. And I don't want anything else to be him second dumb. So hopefully y'all can at least hear me clearly and I'm not coming in all distorted and stuff because that would aggravate me. But his trial is in February. So we'll see what happens with that and whatnot, and let's go. But let's get to some congratulations and some confettis because there are people around here who are in love, okay? In love for this reason or that reason. Anywhere go, they in love for some reason, okay? Now, y'all know D Nice. Okay, D Nice was he's been a DJ for a while. People have known of him for a while. He got really, really popular, on social media when the pandemic hit because he was the DJ who was doing all those live sets on his IG. So did y'all know that D Nice is dating Jennifer Freeman? Now they keep calling her, the chick from My Wife and Kids. Okay, but I feel like people don't remember. I mean, she's a full-grown adult. Now, I think it's cute because I think she was married and had bitches or whatever. But D Nice and Jennifer are a couple now. They look all cute and in love now. That's a good thing and everything or whatever. But congrats, confetti to the new couple. I like it. I like it a lot. He's been a DJ and rapper since the 80s and early 90s. That's a huge gap. Yeah. Well, I know she's probably, if not in her late 20s, she may be at least 30. I think she's probably at the most 30. Because she was one of the older daughters. Hey, Siri, how old is Jennifer Freeman?
Jennifer Freeman is 37 years old.
Oh, she's 37. That's fine. 37 is a whole good age to date whoever. That's fine. So unless he's 100, 37. If you 37, you can date someone in their 50s. Because 37, you are a full-fledged adult at 37. And even if he's in his 50s, that's not a bad age. Because women, mature faster than men. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind that. Now, if she was 21 and he was 53, I say, I don't know. Could be not. But yeah, 37, is a good age. Period. So congrats to them for they became IG official. You know that's how it be. When you a famous person or whatever, you have to become IG official with your person. Okay, and then you can just say, "Hey, this is my person. I love them. They love me. We in love," and that's what they did. Okay, so congratulations, confetti to Jennifer Freeman and that man. Okay, now also. Speaking of couples, somebody around here no longer together. So Sophia Vergara and Joe Magli something. I can't pronounce that last name. Maganello, I think is what it is. They have been married for 7 years and they are divorcing. And people are like, oh no, oh no. And I said, well, first of all, for some reason, when I heard this, I kind of wasn't surprised. And I don't know why I wasn't surprised. For me, even when they got together, a part of me felt like, is this gonna last? A part of me felt like it did not seem like a forever thing for some reason. I don't know if it's because her accent confuses me. I don't know if it's because I think he's a handsome, man of whatever other race or whatever. But something about this gave me they were really in love at the time, but I want to know if it'll last the test of time. So when it came out that they were getting a divorce, I just kind of wasn't shocked. She's a beautiful woman. He's a handsome man. Neither one of them will have an issue finding somebody new, at the all. So, it is what it is. Okay. But again, 7 years of marriage. And they said we have made the difficult decision to divorce. As two people that love and care for one another very much, we politely ask for respect of our privacy at this time as we navigate the new phase of our lives. Okay. It said the couple was allegedly spending some time apart from one another in hopes of figuring out a futuristic route. Vergara was recently seen overseas as she posted several bathing suit pics with no signs of Joe in her presence whatsoever. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, luckily, I guess, 7 years together, they didn't have any children. Hopefully this don't look. I just hope it don't pan out to be the long divorce. I'm tired of long divorces. I need Ken to get divorced and leave it be, okay? But kudos to them for this saying how we love each other, we respect each other, and we just not gonna be together no more right now. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Okay. Now, speaking of, congrats to Lindsay Lohan. She and her husband's welcomed a baby boy in Dubai. I feel like Lindsay Lohan had a very troubled past. She was in that weird party girl phrase, and I just feel like she just went through some things. And then she was always on the news doing things, stumbling this and that and that and this. And for a little time, I was like, girl, do you need Jesus? Do you have him? What's going on? And she kind of went away for a while and then, got herself together and she went overseas and she kind of just got herself right overseas. I was like, well, I guess so. Now, the son name is spelled Luai. I don't know how that's pronounced. It could be any kind of way, okay? And they in love with the baby. The baby name is just different. I'm like, how do you pronounce that? But it's an Arabic name, and it means shield or protector. Girl, congrats. Congratulate. Babies are a blessing. A little itty bitty blessing. So we're going to just hope and pray that things stay well. We're going to hope, because, we got Britney free. And we've been questioning Britney's, antics for a little bit of a minute. So I'm hoping that Lindsay Lohan and the Bader dude, who she's married to, that everything's go well. Okay, that things don't get strange, that things don't get weird, because that can happen a lot around here. And we just don't want no strangeness going on. Okay. What I'm gonna do next? Let's go to this topic. Okay, we're gonna touch on Nene later on this as well. Nene was around there talking with TMZ. I really feel like Nene be calling TMZ and tell them where she at, and then say, "Hey, ask me some questions. Ask me some questions." Because while talking to the people, y'all know I ain't gonna show it because TMZ always flag me, and then gets on my damn nerves. But while walking and talking with her people, TMZ, Nene was asked about Kim. I'm like, why y'all asking Nene about Kim? They don't hang out no more. It's weird when people ask you about people you don't, who, like, if you don't see me with somebody, why are you asking me about them? If you don't see me talking about, like, what is you doing? Okay, so then why y'all always asking Nene about people she don't hang out with? Anyway, but Nene said, they asked about, Kim and Corey getting back together. They stopping the fake divorce. They stand together because they can't afford to be apart. They can't afford 2 houses. They can't afford 2 lawyers. So they have to stick together. Nene said, I don't think, the divorce drama was fake. It makes for a good storyline. I'm like, first of all, it ain't nothing that Kim do that makes it any kind of good any kind of housewife of Atlanta storyline. Kim never should be back. Never. Ever. So Nene up and telling TMZ that Kim is making for a great housewife of Atlanta. No, ma'am. You don't need to be back. Well, I'm sorry. You will not be back on Housewife. And Kim don't need to be back on Housewife. Leave it be. Okay? Stop. Stop trying to make fetch happen. We don't want it. Not today. Not ever. You hear me? Not today. Not ever. Shut up, Nene. Shut up. Okay. Now, speaking of stuff, did y'all hear about the lady over there in Dubai? Now, look, y'all, they say this lady around here. There's a lady who was over in Dubai. 29-year-old woman named Tiara Young Allen has been detained in the luxurious city of Dubai for over 2 months because she was charged with screaming in public. Screaming in public. A fun trip to Dubai has ended, and that lady been over there and can't get back. Let's go to what they saying right here.
She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional.
Well, you know what I feel? People don't be understanding that we here in America, we have the different rules. Fussing and arguing or whatever in public isn't really punishable. But when you go over to other countries, you should be well aware of what their rules are. And even if you can't read up on every single rule, just know when you out here in the public of the Dubais or whatever else, you probably should be on your best behavior. Okay? We cannot go out the country and go other places that have the most craziest rules, because not being able to raise your voice in public is a crazy rule, but it's how they keep order. So you can't go over there and be Americans in these other countries. And even something as simple as yelling and fussing at a dang on nail tech has now had you up to detained in jail in Dubai for 2 months. And it said, according to the lady mama, things went left with her daughter after she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident. Okay. Tina said that when her daughter went to the rental car company to retrieve her ID, her credit card, and other items left in the car, she was told that she can only receive her belongings if she paid an undisclosed amount of money, meaning they want their monies. They want some more monies. Okay. That's apparently when things began to escalate. She dealt with a very aggressive individual and a young man there who was screaming at her, and she screamed back. And then she was charged. Now, while we may feel like she did not commit a crime, over there it's a crime. Like, we know that, Dubai is a country that women over there have less rights than the men on a regular basis. Like, I think we know for a fact, if you over there, just don't say nothing. You can't be over there fussing with no man. You can't. You can't. You can't. Even if you're right and he was wrong, you have to remember where you are. Okay. They said that she does have an attorney over there. Okay. So the mama said that she has been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation. Tierra, who is a social media influencer and truck driver, has been told that she could be sentenced to jail time since there's apparently surveillance video of her screaming. Girl, not you gave them evidence. Don't be around here fussing with the peoples on camera. Not them having girl. Now I feel bad for her because no one should be allowed to be locked up for yelling at somebody. But you can't be look. You cannot. I remember when they did Sex in the City, the movie, and they went over there and they were trying to get Samantha because she was like, she screamed and she was hot, and girl, they strict over there. So hopefully, she gets a good attorney who makes sure that if she gets jail time, she gets only 2 months, and that way she gets credit for time served and come home. Because don't nobody want to be around there stuck in jail. Because it's one thing to be over there in Dubai and you partying and having a good time. But for you to be out here, just arrestedness, we don't want that. Okay? Now, speaking of people who could get arrested, y'all, it was these people around here fussing on social media. This became a whole conversation because it's like friends argue over how to split the bill, what's fair when eating out with a large party. Now, I want to make something clear. Because this was apparently, someone's birthday. Wait, let's listen a little bit. We can listen. I hope ain't no music playing.
What did you come out for? We come together to get the bill. My thing is, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing way too much. We didn't order all that. When I'm saying this, I'm not paying for that. That is dead, baby girl. That is dead. That's dead.
Y'all fussing.
I'm not a public. You can't pay for your food. What's the point of getting food if you can't pay? Nisha, happy
Why there's zebra?
birthday to you.
Why was the zebra?
Happy birthday, Nisha.
Did Nisha get free food?
Woo! Hey, so I see that video went really viral. The bill was
Oh, they got the hot towels.
like $4,600.
$4,600. $4,600, girl.
That's why I didn't want to split it. This was a very expensive restaurant. Look, they're even giving hot towels. So I'm finna show y'all the whole video.
Let me look. I don't mean to be judgmental. I don't mean to be judgmental. But when you taking pictures and video of the hot towels, I feel like you may not be able to afford.
So you can see what actually happened.
Bro, I'm tired of this. It's her birthday. Like, it's my fucking birthday. Why the fuck should I have to pay for something on my birthday?
Now let's get down to it, okay? The bill is rent money. The bill is rent money. Look, this is my thing. I feel like when you are with your friends, it needs to be a conversation on what we're gonna do at the beginning of the meal. Same bill? No, separate. Now I agree that it do seem like it can be fake. However, we're gonna still have the conversation because this does happen a lot. Now, this is the gotcha. When you're going out for a friend's birthday, the friend is the only person who should not pay. The person whose birthday it is, I do feel like someone can pay for the friend's, dinner. However, when going out with a large party, I'm not splitting the bill if that wasn't a conversation. If it's 15 of us, everyone needs to pay for what they bought. I think that's the gotcha. If you and one friend go out, okay, maybe. You know what I'm saying? We can say, okay, I've done that. When me and friends out sometimes, I got it. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? But when I went out with a large group of people, we never be like split. No, you pay for what you bought. Because if I had, if we had Red Lobster and all I got was some chicken Alfredo, that's what I get all the time. But you get lobster and shrimp and steak and you got all of the shit. So your stuff alone is $200. Mine is $30. Plus everybody else stuff. Why if I paying more money because you want splitting the bill does not make sense because we all and I commented somewhere and I said anybody who goes out to eat without the intent to paying for what they ordered is some selfish individuals. Because at the end of the day, everyone who goes should be intending to pay for what they pay, what they order. If you go out and you assume because it's a whole bunch of us, it's gonna be split, so your amount may be lower, you got me stuck. The only person who should not pay is the birthday person, or if someone's graduate, the graduate, the bride, the group, or whoever, the person you're celebrating, yeah, they should not have to pay. Their stuff should be split between everybody. Yes, if the birthday person, got $500 worth of food, yes, split her $500 between all y'all. Cool, I don't mind that. But even the birthday person should be thinking they have to pay for their own shit. Don't you be the birthday person and assuming we're gonna buy your stuff and you order up $1,000 worth of stuff. I think, what I'm saying, it has to be rules. I think at the beginning, hey, is this all in the same bill? Is everybody okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, have that conversation. When it's more than 4 people. If ever it's more than 4 people, hey, y'all got cash? Y'all card? We good? Like, have that talk because no one wants the waiter to come and give y'all a bill for $5,000 and you trying to split hairs because your food was $1,000, yours was $500, and mine was $100. I got my $100. I got my $120, which is my food, tax, and tip. You should always go out and you should know what your food costs plus tax plus tip. That should be the norm. But when we get to the end and y'all want to, because even though this may be fake, you know what I'm saying? We've seen this happen in real life where folks be fussing about who gonna pay. Why can't we split? What you mean? Like, if you too broke to afford what you pay for, you can't shame and bully me into paying extra for your stuff at all. No, man. When my mom my sister and my nephew go out, usually one of us just pay the whole bill. And that's it. Okay. Or, my nephew will pay for my sister's food and I'll pay for my mama's food. You know what I'm saying? Because they both the mamas. But that's what it is. When I go out with my friends, we always either know we're gonna split the bill or one of us will say, no, I got it. But we not going out 15 deep. If it is 15 deep, we know that I've even been to birthday dinners where the birthday person pays for everyone's food because we all came out for their birthday. And even though at the end of the dinner where people are putting out their money to pay and they'll say, no, we got it. I've been to many of. So I think the rule should be, unless we've had a conversation, it's a separate check. It's a separate check all the time. All the time. And if you are out with people who feel like y'all should split the bill just because your friend ain't shit, because why do you expect me to pay more? Like, I don't get that. I don't. Why do you expect me to pay more? It's one thing if this, 3 or 4 of us and one of us grab the whole bill. But even then, it should be a conversation. Come on, not killing. I don't know 15 people I would want to be at the table with at the same time. Today I'll be damned if I'm paying for half my meal. And that be the gotcha. And I think look, if you somewhere cheap, if you at the buffet and if the buffet is everybody food is $15, okay, food. Put the $300 on my card. Fine. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But when you are at an expensive restaurant where people, some people food, it varies. It varies. If there's 3 or 4 people, I don't mind. Right. Because 3 or 4 people, it'll probably kind of round out to be the same. But when the bill is $4,600, wait, what? You got me fucked up? No, ma'am. I'm paying my half, and that's all. Okay? Because I just think it's toxic to expect people to pay extra. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's ridiculous. But I have been out to dinner with friends, and we have split the bill before. We've also paid the whole tab, and it ain't no issue. But it's never an argument. It's never that. I feel like when people go out and they argue about that, they not really friends. They not really friends. Y'all just all hanging out and y'all cool or whatever. And the folks you not really cool with ordered a whole bunch of food and y'all not fussing because you don't really know them. No. And again, if you the birthday person, you should still be thinking you might have to buy your own food. Okay? We gotta be fucked up. Completely fucked up. Because you never know someone's, financial situation. So you can't afford your food, that's on you. I came with the amount of money I want for my food. If all I have is $100 and I ordered enough to be for my food, tip, and tax, I'm not fussing with nobody. At all. Never. Ever. I damn sure ain't fussing and arguing on camera. Not today. None of my hell to the no. Okay? Now, speaking of some more foolishness, did y'all hear about what's her name? Miranda Lambert. So we seen the what is she? She's a girl, a country music singer, Miranda Lambert. Okay, had a whole why is Mel live? Why Mel been live all damn day, and because I be trying to make sure I catch her in case she cussing cold our ass out, I'm gonna need Mel to stop going live for no reasons because it's aggravating me. Okay, it's aggravating me because she don't be wanting nothing.
My face. Oh, they do work. You're so smart. Hey, y'all.
Why she gonna want
The
it?
lights are still out.
Great power out. Okay, cool. Her power is out. I'm leave that be. My point is, whatever. But Miranda Lambert. Now this is a bit of concert etiquette. So we just had a conversation about dining etiquette. Okay. And then now this is about concert etiquette. Now, Miranda Lambert has, I believe, like a little show in Vegas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Come see her. And she stopped her show. Wait, no, she's singing. Let me, because I don't want the music.
Right here for a sec, Danny. I'm sorry. These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit.
So while at her show, she was singing, you know, melodies from heaven rain down. She wants that song, but she up there singing, and she notices people in the audience are taking pictures together, taking selfies. So she stopped the concert, stopped the music, because these ladies around here is more concerned with taking selfies than listening to me sing at my concert, and it's pissing me off. Now, I was like, well, damn. So, because them heifers is rude, you gonna mess up my time? I feel like artists who are up there performing, giving a good show, there are many people in the audience doing all kind of stuff. Okay, they streaming live, they taking selfies, they talking to each other, they're dancing or whatever. I feel like don't ruin, unless someone is fighting, being loud, and disrupting the show. Maybe keep it moving, because also I paid my money because this is the picture. This is the picture that was taken. Now, to me, I'm not saying you should be around here, you know, with the flash going off or whatever. But I'm like, I mean, I paid to be here. And if I also want to take photos to show myself here, I don't think the singer should stop the show to call me out because I'm taking pictures. And I get that, you know, if you're up on stage, you seeing someone's flash go off because you're in the dark. So someone flash go off to take a picture. I feel like, well, man, does it matter? Because when you are performing, you have to ignore, like even for YouTubers, we have to sometimes ignore the comment section because it gets distracting sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So you sometimes have to ignore what the people who are here to watch you are doing, saying, because it can distract you. You don't always want to stop. Y'all know me. I've stopped plenty of lives and cussed somebody out for a comment. So I get it. But I feel like if somebody paid to see you and they're trying to get a photo, you know, of them all together with you on stage because that's their memory, to call them out. And I also felt like, and I seen somewhere else was posted that the people said how they felt like she tried to talk about them as if there was some like young girls, whatever. These are somebody's grandmamas. These are somebody's aunties. Okay, they on the PTA board and been on the PTA board for 20 years. Okay, their kids is in college. Okay, kids in college. So while Miranda has a right to feel like y'all out here disrupting me, I also felt like, well, fuck them people. Because people in the comment section, people in the audience be on their phones recording you. be on it. The fact of the matter is, as you send it, somebody right here is recording you. We see phones is up. So that distracted you. I'm just saying. Now, while this person said, it was aggravating us too because they took, ma'am, I paid my money. I paid my money to be here. I'm not up on the stage while you're singing. We took a photograph to commemorate me being here. These artists and venues are cracking down on that. I'm going to the 2020 concert in October, and phones and wallets and stuff are not permitted. Now, a lot of concerts nowadays will not allow people to bring in cell phones because, one, they don't want stuff being recorded and being posted. You know what I'm saying? They want people to, enjoy the time. I think I think someone said that for Kevin Hart shows, you can't bring your phones at all. Comedians do that a lot. Comedians don't want phones because people then can record your content and post it. So I feel like if you allow phones, that hey, your people gonna record, take pictures. You know what I'm saying? As long as they were not consistently doing that for the whole show, but if someone took a minute or two to snap photos to show themselves at the concert, we've seen people with pictures and video of them at Beyonce concert. Beyonce ain't stopping twerking for church girl to say, hey, put your phone down. You're really making me upset. I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? We see Usher, you know what I'm saying, around here, singing to people. It's being recorded. I think you should want your fans to kind of get involved and show what you're doing. Because did anybody else know that Miranda Lambert was on had a little thing? Do we even know who she was before today? I did. Y'all may not have, okay? So again, I feel for her as an artist because again, she's an artist and she is sensitive about her shit. But I also feel like, some things we have to ignore. You know what I'm saying? We shall see. But anyway, then they said, "Lady, we don't like it." And again, they paid it. I like the picture. And as long as they were not up there consistently for the whole show, kept taking photo after photo after photo, I don't see an issue with them taking, 30 seconds to snap a picture real fast, flash, and that's it. So again, we respect the artists, respect the art, but also artists sometimes, don't be around acting crazy. Hey, just keep going, keep singing. Fuck them people. Hey, fuck them people. Anyway, I just would be like, whatever. Now I seen this, this happened here in my city. And I said, now this is some stupidity. Now y'all all know about Facebook Marketplace. Okay, you go on Facebook Marketplace, you sell stuff you have. I have sold, clothes. I've sold shoes. Not recently, a while ago. And I realized, Jaylee, you don't have the patience or the time. I'm watching Hoarders. I've been watching Hoarders. And when I be seeing the folks on Hoarders who be keeping stuff and said, I'ma sell it. So I stopped trying to sell. I was like, get this donate. This man was trying to sell a 2021 Dodge Charger Scat Pack wide body sedan for $38,000. Okay. First of all, sir, why would you not take that car to a dealership? Why would you ever meet somebody to buy a car for $38,000? Okay. The suspect is wanted for after robbing $38,000 from a person from a Facebook Marketplace meetup. Okay. The incident occurred at the O'Reilly's Auto Parts. O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ew. Why would you meet up there? And even here, you're supposed to meet up at the dang on police station. If it's something that, like when I met folks who buying a pair of boots, a little jacket for 40, 50 bucks, whatever, I met them in the daytime at a gas station, in public, but I wasn't like really, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no real money. And I will always say, bring exact change, okay? Be by yourself, and that's it. But, meeting somebody in the goddamn O'Reilly Auto Parts is stupid, okay? The victim and the suspect agreed to meet in the parking lot via Facebook Messenger to purchase the car for $38,000. The suspect produced a gun and stole the victim's $38K in cash that he had ready to purchase the car. The suspect then fled in the car. Ooh, why would you bring $40K to what? What did you talk about? Why? That's stupid. That's dumb. $38,000 in cash, of course. They was gonna rob you and keep the car. Okay, I said, what in the fugazi? Now look, at Michigan, look, people like Detroit. Is Detroit dangerous? I mean, we know punks. You do have to be very much aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like did you just move here? Were you new here? Because ain't nobody who was born and raised in the D. Okay? Ain't nobody born and raised in the D meeting anybody with $38,000 at the damn auto parts store. Even if someone says to me at a police station, beware, I paid $100 down on CashApp and never heard back. Look, I ain't paying shit down. I ain't doing nothing. If you want, in my opinion, if you selling something that's worth money, I'm not saying if you selling a pair of boots that's gonna cost $80. No, if you doing anything that's worth some money, first of all, I'm not putting out a deposit for nothing. I'm gonna say, meet me at the police station, and I'm gonna get there first and go in and say, hey, officer, I'm doing a meetup for an exchange to buy some stuff. I just don't want to get robbed. Can an officer to stand outside with me to be sure it goes down smoothly? Because anybody around here being dumb is just dumb. This was stupidity. The person could not have been born and raised here. We not that stupid, y'all. We not. No ma'am, no sir. No ma'am, no sir. Because usually all the times I was being somebody to buy something, we both would say stuff like, look, I'm not doing this. We was both warning each other like, I ain't for it. I ain't for it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Anyway, stupidity is as stupidity does. Speaking of stupidity, you know how you think people will go away and they don't? I feel like we thought this Mariah chick would go away, but she did not. Okay? This Mariah Mill chick who was out here still being a fool for the Zion Williamson, she was around here saying he put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. Now, I want to start this from the beginning because she's talking for a little second. I want y'all to hear the foolishness out of her mouth.
My entire relationship with him.
No, that's not the beginning of it. Hold on. This is why I hate doing stuff off of here because I can't pause, rewind, fast forward, but I have time to download stuff. But I just want y'all to look at it. Look.
But Zion Williamson is a woman beater. And the reason he was paying me off is so I won't come to the world and tell everybody. You guys.
So let's listen to what she's saying, okay?
I literally did not want to come to the internet, and I'm just tired of saying.
Yeah, she did. She wanted to absolutely, positively come to the internet with it.
Getting face for this man that's completely disrespecting me to the world, and I literally have to take this. Every time I come on the internet, people are bashing me because of this man.
No, they're bashing you because you let us know y'all was supposedly banging when he told the world he had a girlfriend and the baby on the way. You told us who you were.
Literally. And I'm tired of it. He knows. He said he's going to send me $62,000. I have yet to receive that since June. I'm literally here. Like, he's literally
62. That is a weird, not 60K, not 65K, 62,000. Who gives somebody what? Who picks a random amount of 62,000? Is there a limit? That what? It's weird. No, she's not killing. She not visually impaired at all. Okay, it's weird. I'm like, man, what are you doing?
a liar. You guys.
He might be a liar. That part we believe can be true, but you are a little bit delusional.
Everything he says, he's a liar. He's not who he says he is. I literally been saving face. I did not want to come to the world and let you guys know what he has been doing to me my entire relationship with him.
It started with we was together banging. I've been sucking on that man. I got, videos of us doing things. You know what I'm saying? He want me. It was you putting a tattoo on your face, and now he's abusive.
He is a woman beater, and the NBA needs to know this.
Why is she wiping the top of her eyebrow? If you crying, if you crying, the tears ain't up here. If you crying, the tears are down here. Why is she wiping up here? Is her eyeball itchy? Maybe her eyeball is itchy. I'm confused.
I literally did not want to come to this because I know he has so many endorsements. But Zion Williamson is a woman beater. And the reason he was paying me off is so I won't come to the world and tell everybody.
Her face looks surgical. That's one. Look. Any man who put his hands on a woman needs to be in jail. Point blank, period. She don't seem believable. Because it went from, that's my man, I don't care, we've been messing around. Like, she came off initially as someone he was messing around with, who she wanted to be with. And every time some ploy she came through with did not work for sympathy, she changed her direction. Now, I'm sure he's a liar, a cheater, don't use condoms, okay, all these things. But you went from me and him been messing around, admit we been messing around, admit we still doing things, to discussing what y'all were doing sexually, just out here spreading it low and opening up wide what y'all did, to tagging the NBA in them, like the NBA and his team, and Twitter posts about y'all having sex on camera. And when none of that worked, you then did a video of you at a tattoo shop getting his name fakely tattooed on your face. And now you up here in Ray Charles' sunglasses. Because we Ray Charles the bullshit. Okay? Fake crying, saying that he is out here putting hands to faces and stuff. I don't believe you. When anybody dry sniff, and I mean when you're trying to cry and you sniff and it's all dryness, ma'am, stop. He is a liar. I'm pretty sure he lied and cheated or whatever and all that stuff. But ma'am, it's another ploy for attention. Don't nobody want you or him. Let his baby mama have him. Let it be, bitch. Let it be. Okay? Next up. First of all, we've been on here for an hour. Y'all like the video, please. because y'all don't like it. It's the thing to do. Okay. And I mean, is it shocking news? I don't know if it's shocking news. I will say, I guess I'll say long overdue. So Kylie and Jordan, are hanging out again. Okay, it says 4 years after the Tristan scandal, the former besties were seen meeting up, for dinner or whatever. Now, a couple of different things that came out. They said that one, they had been kind of talking, before being seen out, trying to, rekindle their friendship. They were also saying allegedly that, Jordan had reached out to Kylie to apologize for how things played out. Look, I commented and I said initially, Jordan was never the issue. Okay, Jordan was never the issue. Tristan was. And Chloe at that time was such a mean girl towards Jordan, blaming Jordan as if Tristan was not the issue. Now, Jordan admitted that he kissed her. She admitted they kissed, which we can say is wrong. But Tristan, in my opinion, was always the villain. Tristan was always the issue. The only reason Jordan and Kylie stopped being friends is because of how mean-spirited that damn Chloe and Kim was. There was also a time when Kimora Lee pissed me off when they had that phone call. She told people how to leave, not to fuck your man. That pissed me off. They tried to, by they, I'm not gonna say Kylie, because Kylie was the only one who seemed hurt because she knew her friendship was gonna be in jeopardy because of her sisters. But everybody else except Kendall and Kylie tried to ruin, and Courtney. So that means Kim, Chloe, Chris Jenner, Corey, Scott, Tristan, everybody else in that clan tried their best to ruin that girl. They tried to ruin that girl. And I said also in the comment, I said Jordan prevailed over all that shit because we, the black delegation, we refused to let them ruin her. Jada Pinkett, who had her up on the red table talk, was again. They tried to ruin that girl based off of Tristan, who was a consistent cheater. Chloe knew that, and the fact that he kissed Jordan, it all came out. He was cheating on Chloe with other people too. Yeah, also Malika and them, all of them were trying to ruin that girl off of a simple mistake she made while being, in my opinion, preyed upon by Tristan third trimester Thompson ass. Had Chloe and them held Tristan to the fire and not Jordan, Jordan and Kylie did not have to kind of, stop talking. But I'm happy it happened as well because Jordan found her voice. She got from under that family shadow. Got her own endorsements, got her own money, got her own man. She became better off. Because them damn Malika and Khadijah, who be up under Chloe's titties all the time, are only really known for being Chloe's friends. Jordan has her own identity. Had she not been pushed out that family, she may not be who she is now. And the fact that her and Kylie can rekindle their friendship now is fine to me because they don't have enough influence to drag Jordan down. Now, Jordan, sister girl, friend, I don't know, friend, Don't let your man be around them hoes. Okay? Because Kylie and Ken, all them hoes steals men. All of them. All of them. Don't let your man around them hoes. High and by it. Hello, how you doing? Like, hang out with Kylie with just you. Y'all don't need no double dates. Nothing. I don't mind them rekindling their friendship or does, that's cool by me. But in my opinion, Jordan apologizing for the role she played in it was cool. But also, them Kardashians and them Jenners owe Jordan an apology for how they treated her. Because we now see Tristan was always, the call was coming from inside the house from Tristan. Tristan was the killer. Because since then, he has continuously embarrassed Chloe. Tristan literally got another woman pregnant while Chloe could not get pregnant and they were getting a surrogate. He impregnated another woman out here fucking another woman while planning to have a surrogate baby with Chloe. He consistently embarrasses her. So Tristan was always the issue. I will never blame Jordan for what happened. Even though I can acknowledge her allowing him to get her in that space and kiss him, that was a misstep. Cool. But I still feel like she was a vulnerable young lady and Tristan is a grown ass lady kisser. Tristan is the one who continuously does the wrong things and never gets even now, even if Chloe cussed Tristan out in private, the way they was talking about Jordan in that situation with her as the villain and not Tristan still pissed me off. Still. I used to love Chloe. I used to love her. She was a cool one. I can't stand her ass now. I don't feel bad that she's embarrassed. Look, let me say it. I'm gonna say it, and let me say it. I do not feel bad that Chloe was saying that she did not feel a connection to her child that she had via surrogate, because I felt like that's your fault because Tristan ruined that for y'all. Tristan ruined the surrogacy because the whole time the girl was pregnant, you were dealing with him having the baby. But because you never held Tristan responsible for his shit, he kept doing the same thing to you. Tristan kept doing what you allowed him to do. So a part of me felt like I don't feel bad that she was talking about how she did not feel a connection with the son from the surrogate. Because I felt like it was a bit of karma. It was a bit of karma. Because y'all tried to ruin somebody over Tristan. A young person y'all knew her longer than him. So everything that Chloe has went through since the Jordan situation, I feel like it's karma because y'all tried to ruin her, and in response, in retrospect, your life became worse for a while based on you not holding Tristan accountable. He kept fucking up shit, and Jordan got more love, more support. She grew as a woman. She learned from her mistake. She had, as far as we know, a good man who she been with for a while. We don't know. We ain't heard no rumors of him cheating. And Chloe Brown here with 2 kids from a man she can't trust. But again, I'm okay with her and Kylie rekindling their friendship. I think it's fine. But Jordan, don't you take your man over there. Don't take don't take your man, none of your business ideas. Don't take nothing over there besides your empty purse with a cell phone, a brick, and a wallet with one credit card. They got a small limit, and that's it. And a gas card. Okay. And an Uber Eats and an Uber thing in case you gotta get somewhere. Don't trust them hoes. Don't do it. Let them earn your trust. Because what they did to you was wrong. You hear me? Complete wrong. Speaking of wrong, y'all, look when I want to roll, y'all. Are y'all having a good time? Is everyone having a good time? Because we haven't even gotten to Bishop Robbery yet, y'all. This gonna be like 2.5 hours. Okay? Because look, I ain't been live since Friday. So we have to talk. Okay? So I hope y'all all is having a good time. Look, Sukiyana. She over there in London. She over there in London acting the ass. Now, this is my thing. I'm not about, having to be nice in front of white folk. I feel like you should always be respectful of yourself around anybody, black, white, or indifferent. So Yana was around here in London acting the ass. Okay?
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay. The bitch is there. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London.
Now Now, I don't care that if that was here in America, I would still say, oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like we should not give people reason to think that we are uneducated Negroes who are despicable. Like, even if them women was rude and some Karens, I'm not going to give them a reason to believe that their disdain for me as a black person is warranted because I'm around here talking about eating dudes' butts and getting my cooch stretched in public. I'm like, them old ass white women. I'm like, first of all, do they know what a coochie is? They may not know where. Do they know the word coochie? Do they use the word coochie over there in London? You think they say coochie in London? Anyway, so the person said, do y'all understand why we were confused? I understand that no woman deserves to be assaulted. She literally markets herself as nothing more than a cooch. And Silky's response was, your head is shaped like a hemorrhoid. I'm like, not a hemorrhoid. I just feel like I don't understand. Sukiyana confuses me because she says stuff like I'm not that person. I'm not, but you are. You give off a persona that make people feel like they can disrespect you. Not saying they have the right to disrespect you, but you talk and act and come off in a way that makes people feel like as crude and as nasty as you want to be about other. They think they have the right in some way to treat you how you act. Now, when she rapping and saying whatever, cool. But when you walking in London, in a beautiful, I loved her dress. It was so cute. You know, she look great. But you around here trying to purposely talk about eating butt and, you know, saying the word Negro for shock value because of the white women walking around it. Now, somewhere I saw someone say they was some Karens, the blah, blah, blah. The most I'll say to Karen is, bitch, fuck you. Now keep walking. But I'm not going to do anything that makes it seem like I am this sexual person who don't care about whatever. It's whatever because I'm around eating. Ma'am. So nothing that she does, in my opinion, warrants anyone touching her or forcing themselves upon her. None of that. At the same time, I understand that people talk about her in a way and feel like she warrants the attention she gets. And sometimes we cannot give rude people reason to look at us as less than. I was walking down the streets in London and she told me she was going to eat my ass. It's like, what happened? She kept saying nigger. I could not believe it. She kept saying the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to give people. There's many ways to cuss a Karen out, to check a Karen, to make them feel uncomfortable without making ourselves look insane. And when I seen this, I'm like, first of all, them old white people in London was probably confused. First of all, like, who is she? Because you know, look, y'all hit record. Watch this. And she then went into the mode. And you look foolish. Now, I know she has her own fans who like her edit. I'm not one of them. I'm not. I feel like, because I seen somewhere she said something like, Lil' Kim used to rap and say this and that. I'm like, I ain't never in my life seen Lil' Kim suck no dick. I never seen it. Never seen it. And even though Lil' Kim raps real dirty on her raps, in interviews, Kim came off as a grown-ass lady who owned her body, who owned her sexuality, who owned, whatever, but she never came off as, you can fuck me right here, because I'm mad. Like, it never happened. Never. Even though we seen Eve on a whole SEX tape with Stevie J back in the day, I still never saw Eve as that person in that video. Because in person, in interviews, and all of that, she never came off like that. That was an intimate moment that was leaked. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we can't be saying, oh, well, Cardi B be rapping. Cardi B, Megan, they do rap freaky deaky things. But in interviews and on their social medias, that ain't their persona. And Sukihana acts like a porn star at a porn convention on a Tuesday. So we have to make sure to know there's a difference between being a rapper, male and female, and rapping about the freakiest, dirtiest things you do in life. But when you're interviewing and just in life, living life, you don't come off that same way and be upset that people treat you how you come off. It's a difference. Sukihana don't know how to be separate, because she'll be like this in person, or whatever. But then in another interview, she want to be real quiet. Well, no, I'm not like that. What, bitch? You were just talking to white folk about eating ass the other day. She wants it both ways. You either going to be Sukihana 24/7 and accept what comes with that, because of how you come off to people. And we know some folk is dumb and don't know boundaries, don't know. And I'm not saying anyone has any reason to ever force themselves on her. I'm not saying that. So don't y'all are you saying? I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is, and listen closely, hear me, my sweet babies. We have to know how we come off, how we interact with people is how folks treat us. If you come off as someone who is very sexual and loves everything sex, and you have no boundaries, because in your videos, in your songs, in your interviews, and when you walk into the grocery store, when you walk down the streets of London, you are doing all, they're going to treat you that way. Lil' Kim ain't never, Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Eve, Queen Latifah, MC Light, Brand, anybody, Cardi, even Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj ain't, now we know Nicki Minaj is AI. We still don't know that. But even Nicki doesn't come off in a freaky way, even though she has some freaky lyrics. There's a separation. Because you have to require respect. Like me, I'm very nice on here, but don't fucking play with me. You know what I'm saying? Sukiana will keep being looked at and treated how she is, if that's what she makes her money, well, cool. But don't get mad when the shit blows up in your face. That people feel like you're being nasty. You're being nasty. Let's touch on Eva. So the Devin Brand had reported that Eva and Michael had reportedly reached a partial divorce settlement. And I thought, oh, that's something. Who said that? Now, it was like based on court documents obtained by Radar Online. Eva and Michael had informed the judge they had reached a partial agreement and were going to resolve the remaining issues soon. Well, Eva came and commented and said, we did. We did. I didn't know we did it. And to me, I'm like, see, people around here talking, and either that ain't the fucking ain't happened. You're lying on me. Not today, not ever. But not ever. But again, people thinking they have the information, but they don't. So next time we have to be sure to know, hey, some things aren't always true. You know, we did. Who told her that? I ain't made no agreement. The fuck? Come on now. And I'm like, Eva. I also cannot wait. Okay, a couple things. One, I cannot wait for all the Queen's Beans to come back on BT Plus. I believe it comes on next week. If you have not watched Survival of the Thickest, I bought the book. So Survival of the Thickest, you know what I'm saying? Is on Netflix. And because I like the series so much, I went and got her book that I cannot wait to read. So if you have not already watched Survival of the Thickest, it is on Netflix. And I cannot wait because the stars cannot, boast or promote their shows. So also all the Queen's Men is coming back. I believe it's next week. Okay. But yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, those two things. I'm not doing what. But anyway, that was Eva, her man. She said, hell no, hell no. Now, Trey Songz is back up in the news. Okay. And he's demanding that the lawsuit be tossed after witness reveals that the accuser, the one who was accusing him of things, so the accuser's lawyer offered her $200,000 to lie. Now, that's the lawyer. Now, first of all, the fact that that's the photo that they use of the lady lawyer, I say, first, that's a horrible picture. Trey Songz is forever battling with somebody who said he did something, you know. And we also have this. It's a lot, you know, with Chris and them showing how the girl was still girl. It's too much, because the same person who was the girl who accused Chris and the girl who accused Trey Songz are both repped by the same lawyer. Okay. And this was like, oh, the same girl was, you know, still hitting Chris up, even though she was saying that he tried to. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. Trey, you have to go to court. Okay. The reason that Trey has to go to court, too many things have come up. Go to court, prove yourself to be innocent, or prove the lawyer lady is setting you up and then sue her. But it's too much going on, Trey, to be making it seem as if they drop the case, because even if they drop this case, I'm gonna still believe it. I believe that Trey Songz has not always used the best judgment in all situations dealing with any female around him. Okay? I said what I said. Eva's baby daddy, Kevin McCall, okay? That's Eva's daughter's bio father, okay? He was ordered to pay his ex-girlfriend $1.5 million because of a lawsuit over an alleged assault that happened on the freeway, okay? Per Radar Online, back in 2019, damn, a long time ago, that's pre-pandemic. He was arrested back then. He was hit with a felony count of injuring a spouse or cohabitants, okay? The victim then, the alleged victim, filed a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit, after he was arrested, accusing him of domestic violence and battery. That he punched her in the head while she was driving on the road. You know how insane you have to be to punch somebody who's driving the car? Because if you punch them, you can crash. What can hurt you? You have to be pretty cuckoo with you know, to do that. She also said that he was verbally abusive to her the night before, all of that or whatever, but she sued him and she won, and he owed her $1.5 million. Because he stopped replying to the courts. And so the lady got a default judgment for $1.49 million. So basically 1.5. I feel like he don't have the money. Like he ain't got it. You know. So he probably was like, I ain't got it. So, you know, it don't matter. These men around here, it's just, girl, they need Jesus. Okay? They can't be around here not making sound judgment decisions when dealing with females in your life. Okay? Keep your hands to yourself. Peter around here looking for attention. Peter was around here. Now, first of all, y'all know I don't watch Carlos King's stuff or whatever. He's on my nerves. So I catch stuff on the blogs, okay? And Peter out here being interviewed by Carlos is messy peach with a messy peach. And when he asked him about if he got paid while on Housewives, Peter said, well, yeah, because I was taking time away from my businesses or whatever, I would take 15% of Cynthia's check. I said, now what now? So Cynthia was getting even less money because you took some of her. You wasn't even a main cast member. I did once I seen him. First of all, Peter has been so far removed from the Housewives. Cynthia has since remarried and got divorced. Peter didn't move 4-5 times. Peter has, closed 4-5 bars. Peter is so far removed from the Housewives. Anything he say is for attention, in my opinion. And admitting that you took 15% of your wife's check. It's crazy to me because you couldn't go out and make your own money. The platform that was Housewives, I got it from her. He said I used to take 15%. Whenever the checks comes in, I would take 50% because I had to keep my shit up also. So you had to keep up your shit by using her money. However, I blame Cynthia because I would never. The fact that the money she made was her money and not their money, not going to a joint account, already proves y'all finances was separate. You should have had your own source of income. And if you felt like the time you put in on the show that you were not getting paid, well then do something else using the fame from the show to make money. But Peter will always be a Peter pumpkin eater because to me, Peter always wanted to be a peach holder. Hence why even now he's discussing anything about Housewives. Peter been off Housewives for like what, 8 seasons? I don't remember the last time Peter was on the Housewives of Atlanta as a cast member. So why are you even discussing it? It's weird to me that Peter is the only husband, in my opinion, who always came off as an opportunist. He did. And him admitting that because he couldn't, get his own check in the show, he just took some of her money. I was like, nigga, what? Speaking of stupidness, I'm not finna go post by post of JT, her fussing with everybody and their mama over little Uzi-Vert. I want to say this. JT, you need to stop. Because she was out here fussing with the dude, Ken Bar. First of all, I follow Ken Barbie on Twitter. I really thought that Ken Barbie was a female. But I now know that Ken Barbie is actually, I believe, a male who may, you know what I'm saying? I was confused. I don't know why. However, JT up and fussing back and forth with that man, that lady, that person, with Ken Barbie. And I felt like, girl, for what? Now, at one point, they're like, oh, he's. I don't know if it's he or she, y'all, because the person's in the wig. The person, Ken Barbie, okay, was like, oh, somebody better tell JT Spice. They'll tell JT Ice Spice already bought her princess collar. Oh, non-black people once again using terms to insinuate the black women are dogs. I don't even know how this argument started, and then Ken Barbie, I am black. Look, whatever. But JT around here she was really on Twitter. I mean, back and forth. I'm like, it was Cardi B. Who was Cardi B fussing with? I really want the rap girls. One, I want folks to stop fussing with blogging people. Two, I want the rapper girl to say, fuck you. Because why y'all on Twitter really fussing? Back and forth in it. And they bringing up Ice Spice in it and how Uzi-Vert is embarrassing her. And she up here defending her, my man. And I'm like up here sharing the text, girl, up here sharing the DMs, how they fussing back. I'm like, why? I would never be out here publicly Twitter beefing with a bitch or a dude or anybody. It ain't worth it. And JT was not only out here fussing with goddamn Ken Barbie And they having to say, oh, does he have a sister? I want to fight. What? They keep, I'm like, first of all, I did not know the Uzi-Vert name. Was his name Leslie? I was so confused. I was like, why are you up here rich? And the same way we say Cardi B be able to stop it. She was also fussing with an ex of Uzi's. I'm like, not you fussing with a blogger on Sunday and then the ex on a Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday. It's like, why? And then I'm like, look, Deidre, I was like, as I was watching I said, I'm too old for this shit. I'm not about to sit and screenshot. No, ma'am. I'm going to go on and I'm going to say, JT out here being foolish. Because why are you continuously fussing over the Uzi-Vert? Like in some new song he has, he mentioned the girl name who's an ex. I'm like, your issue should be with him. Your man should not be out here mentioning other. Jay-Z ain't never mentioned another bitch in his rhymes. Nas ain't never mentioned another girl in his rhymes when he was married to Khalees. Anytime your person is literally putting other females' names in his songs, he's the issue. The call is coming from inside the house. And you trying to go at the ex-girlfriend, I'm like, it ain't her fault he said her name. And they was up here back and forth in it, discussing who's cuter, who look like what. I'm like, both of y'all look the same. You both are two beautiful women. But y'all favorite. He has a type. And you're up here back and forth in it and fussing. For what reason? For what reason? For him? It was stupid. And when Young Miami then said, what's the point of going back and forth if nobody ain't getting touched? Bitches will do anything for a retweet. I'm like, first of all, that go for Young Mike for Carisha. That go for JT and the ex because they both fussing. It was so stupid. And the fact that JT did a whole fucking voice note. I want y'all to hear this shit.
Because it's too much to type. This bitch done built up the courage to write me back 3 years later. You lame ass hoe, man. Go ahead on with all that. You talking all that shit. Talk about I did everything but leave. Yeah, and he did everything but leave too. Yeah, we together. We love it here, hoe. You the same bitch, right? That brung your corny ass to Atlanta with that spray paint t-shirt on saying Sadia B because he mentioned your ass in the song, thought you was about to start your career up, hoe, but it ain't do nothing for you behind your ass still stuck in the slums with hand-me-down shoes and clothes from sites with your toes balled up in them, bitch. And fake ass Chanel bags, bitch. You can't even get a nigga to even take care of you, bitch. You DMing a bitch baby daddy trying to get chose, begging. Oh, you got to get your hoes up. That boy ain't even... Girl, lame ass bitch. Cause
what's the point of fussing with a lame ass bitch? When people sit and fuss and then say, bitch, you broke, you homeless, why you fussing with the homeless? If you so up here and they're down there, why are you fussing with her? If she's such a nobody, why are you fussing with her? Why? Why? The same way we seen Young Miami with a sign up saying, go Poppy for Diddy, and you see JT clapping. Y'all both up here celebrating the other one being dumb. Cause ain't no way, bitch. Ain't no way. So Carisha, who was with the GoDaddy sign at Puff at the BT Wars or whatever, is the same way JT is around here arguing with somebody who Uzi mentioned. I'm like, didn't you just release a song? Why you not, girl? Anyway, JT doing too much, okay? Doing too much. And even if you try to say, well, Uzi love me, he ain't let me, and I ain't leave him, and not because he gonna make up for me, he gonna buy me. If some people, I'd rather be single and so happy and peaceful than be in a relationship and fucking miserable, having a fuss and defend myself and defend the relationship because it's fucking fugazi ass stuff. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Ain't gonna happen. And a part of me feel like they be around here just being stupid for no reason. I don't understand it. You supposed to be the city girls. Go do something. Go be some. If you wanna do it, what's some? If you wanna go, wait. If you wanna be some, if you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you have to wake up and pay attention. Go watch Sister Act Part 2. Okay, go watch Sister Act Part 2. And they say that if you wanna go somewhere, you gotta wake up and pay attention. Okay, listen to the children. Because you look dumb. You look dumb. Cardi be beefing with people about them coming at her on some BS or whatever. And I still think Cardi be doing too much, but I feel like Cardi be having a reason to do that. You fussing for girl. Sit down. Sit down. Okay. Speaking of stupidity, I said, bitch, what? I said, bitch, what? I was like, you could have knocked me over with a feather. Completely knocked me over with a feather. Because you can't convince me this fool, Nene's son, was arrested, about 2 weeks ago for possession of fentanyl, would be out here giving his brother's name and giving the address of a house his mama don't even own no more. Bryson ass is in trouble. He got arrested. They found him in some place that he don't live. He was charged with drug possession, loitering, prowling, giving officers of fake information because he told them he was Brent, Nene's other son, gave them an old address of a house Nene sold years ago. And he was Brent, his little brother. Literally, his name is in the system because Bryson used his information. Bryce ain't been right since ever. At all. He ain't been right since ever. So every time when he was caught stealing them Rangers from like a Walgreens, back when he was on Housewives, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And we do not see Nene with him. I know Nene has posted like some pictures of her with the grandkids, it was kids, but Bryce been on some bullshit for a while. And I feel like why you got fentanyl on you? That's deadly. Why are you at someone's house, who you don't live there? And then you gave them your brother's information And for what? Now he had a bond of $5,900. The bond was he posted bail, but he's back in jail. We don't know why. He was rearrested for something else. He's back in jail. Look, Nene, go get your son. Go get your son. He out of control. Get him on Scared Straight. Get them together. Okay? Because once you start using family members' names for getting arrested, that's crazy. That's crazy. And the fact that your brother, you used the name of your brother who damn near died from a heart attack last year. Or was it earlier this year? I don't remember, okay? But Brian, get your ass together. Get it together. Today. Not tomorrow, today. And I feel like Nene, who while here asking TMZ to interview her, she needs to ask Bryce to stop being on that shit. Stop trying to get back on Housewives. Fix your children. And I know Bryce is a grown adult. I get that. I understand. Get it together. Okay? Get it together. Speaking of, y'all know I don't like Sonya, right? Sonya posted when you stay relevant and working without having to post one tweet. Sonya, you're not relevant, my love. You're not. Not my sweet baby. You're not. No, ma'am. Now, the fact that she's talking as if that she don't have to tweet, but she's a topic of conversation. Everyone on the show is a topic of conversation because the show is aired. People are discussing the show. If the show, when the show is off the air, when Housewives is off the air, and y'all know hiatus, and you are then the topic of conversation, then you post this tweet. You don't post this. You don't make this post the night the show come on, and we all talk about how lame and how much of a flip flopper you are. You're not relevant. You could not even raise $100,000 for your charity. Kenya did. Okay? You is a flip flopper who wants to be relevant, but you're not. You picked the wrong team. Okay? You did. And you didn't have to. You did it. Now, we also know that her and Kenya are no longer following each other. But, Kenya posted how Sonya, she's not my friend. She's not neutral either. Because she isn't. But she's not neutral. She's not a friend. But she's also delusional. If you working, cool. That's fine. Let's hope when the show is off and you're on hiatus that you're still working. Okay? Because no one knows what Mommy Nation is what? She really is shooting herself in the foot. And for Marlo and Sheree can't sell no goddamn t-shirts. Sheree can't sell She by Sheree. Marlo's selling old clothes. You up here talking as if people like you on the show. We don't. You are a 4-time or 3-time or whatever time Olympic gold medalist who could not raise $100,000 on your own. You had to ask Kenya for help. Most of that money came from the girls from the show, not your own connections. No one supports you in real life, as far as the fans. So, as far as I'm not saying anything else about her life. I'm saying as far as Housewives and what she showed us on Housewives, man, you're not relevant. Because no one is going to discuss you once the show is on hiatus. No one. They will still discuss Candy and probably Kenya. I'm just saying, ma'am, you shooting yourself in the foot, and you do. And when Kenya and Candy read your ass for filth at the reunion, just be because Sonya not a reader. She yells, talks loud, and her accent comes out. But that's really it. That's it. Not more than that, okay? And so all I know is, girl, just be prepared, okay? Be prepared and stuff, okay? Now, let's get into the last two, because I think I cover all something. Let me see, because I be forgetting. We did Nene, we did JT. We finna get into Bishop Robbery and Tasha K and Miss Carlee, okay? So first y'all like the video. Because liking is the thing to do. Now, I broke my closet door. They have to order a new one. I don't know how long that's going to take. So y'all going to see my closet, my dress closet. But I'm so mad I broke my closet door. It looks so weird because it's open. It's so weird. Anyway. Let's get into it. So, I had not really talked much about the Carlee Russell thing. I did post about it on my IG when they found her. But more, what's going on right now with it. So thank God she was fine. Okay, Carlee, a couple days ago, it was a whole story about, a young black woman, 25 years old, was put over to the side of the road at night because she saw a small child alone on the side of the road, and she called 911. She called her family member, and the family member then heard like her scream, and then some tussling or whatever, and she was missing for 48 hours. It was all over the news. Like, it was all over the news. Because I felt like the reason it felt like wow was because I should have put a picture of her. I just forgot to put her in thing. But y'all know that's the picture right there. Okay, that's JT. People were concerned because when you hear someone put over because they saw a child and while trying to help a child, they were abducted, that worried us because any person, if you see a child 2-3 years old alone, you're gonna pull over and try to help the kid. You're gonna try to help. So it made people feel like, damn, that could have been me, because I would have done the same. But now, if I see kids on the road, I pull over and lock my doors and call 911. And I won't put my car in park. I'm gonna keep my car and drive, because if I have to pull off fast, I'm pulling off. So it made me feel like even if I see something where I want to help someone, I would not get out my car. I would not park. I would keep the foot on the brake, call 911, and the minute I see anything weird, I'm pulling off. The baby gonna have to look. The baby gonna have to be the baby. So, wild manhunt, all on the news. We kept saying where she at, was we want her home, blah, 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 blah. Then we got a notification, 48 hours after she had been missing, that she was found. And this is how it came out. We first heard, the girl was found. And the gotcha was, there was another mom whose daughter was like missing and ended up dying, being found dead, who was like helping the family. So I believe she was the one who said, they found her. It went from she was found safe and alive and taken to the hospital, to she came home. She came home. The family called the police. The police came to the house. the police did to the hospital, but no other details. Was like, how did she get there? Did she walk with her feet bloody? Was she barefoot? Did she have clothes on? Was she thirsty? Was she bruised? It was like no details. And then slowly, it was like, okay, the police, it happened in Alabama. The police, can't find any proof of her being followed. They saw like she left one place and wouldn't get food. It was like a video of the freeway, and you see a car hazards on, and they assume it's her car, but it's like they cannot find any proof of her being followed. And they're still investigating. This is the gotcha. I saw stuff of the mama, the boyfriend, we need space and time. The boyfriend was saying how folks were saying he had something to do with it. He did not. All these things. Give us time to think about it. Whatever. When the family said, give us time to be cool, but then the following day did a sit down, and I said, not a sit down interview. Let me let y'all see, part of what it was, okay? Because it was on the Today Show. Let's listen.
That moment you all first laid eyes on her again, what was it like?
To me, just so much joy.
This morning, in an exclusive sit-down with NBC News, the parents of 25-year-old Carlee Russell are speaking out.
Again, an exclusive. If my child would, I prayed for her to be found safe. I don't take back my prayers. I'm still happy she made it back home safe. But we have to still call a thing a thing. So I don't want anyone thinking I'm trying to, throw salt on the wound. No. If my child was missing for 2 days and I thought my child was dead and they land back home, you not getting no interview from me for at least a week. Because and these folks up here the day after she came home, giving a full-fledged interview, looking well rested. If my child was missing, I would look damn near dead. I would look tired. I would be too exhausted because I ain't even sleeping. My mama was on the Bahama boat. My mama took a birthday cruise with 26 friends and family. I knew she was safe. I still had trouble sleeping because my mama was not in the same state. She was gone. And I knew where she was, who she was with, and she was having a good time. I didn't sleep well because I'm used. I can talk to her every day. You know what I'm saying? I was a wreck. So I feel like if your child missing, ma'am.
Describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours.
What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her.
But when she got, this is the thing, okay, I understand. When she got home, when she first came home, I would embrace her then. When did y'all step back and let the 911 folk, because didn't the 911 folk have to get there first? Okay.
But it's okay.
Last Thursday, police say Carlee called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate.
Now, this is the video that they put out saying, oh, we believe that was her car pulling over. We can't see shit.
She pulled over while on the phone with a family member.
We don't know who car that is.
Who described hearing Carlee scream.
Her vehicle's unlocked, running, all her personal belongings except for her phone.
On the scene, police found no sign of Carlee or a child, and they say no children were reported as missing during that time period. The Russells waited in agony until Saturday night.
There were actually just so many calls and texts from people who maliciously lied to us. I just didn't know people could be so evil.
Who was lying to y'all about what? Who was lying to y'all? I don't know.
Authorities have not indicated where Carlee was during the 48 hours she was missing or what happened. Her parents declined to share what their daughter told them, citing the ongoing investigation.
Ma'am, sirs, with her parents, if your child was kidnapped, why would you not want to warn the rest of the world of what happened so we can know what not to do? We don't have to know every single detail, but like, I feel like we deserved a little bit of information because we were scared that it could happen to us.
And can you tell me what happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But
why? Someone saying, well, did she knock on your door? Did she walk up? Now I get when you do an investigation, you can't give details because you do not want the assailant to have any knowledge of what you may know. But I feel like if someone let her go, this is a gotcha. If someone let her go, they would know she know what she know. Usually, if someone don't want to get caught, they don't let the person go.
They say speculation about the circumstances surrounding Carlee's disappearance are only making things worse.
She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations about her.
How she know? I feel like after I'm kidnapped, I don't want to be on social media. After something happened to me, I don't want to be dealing with this shit. I want to be quiet somewhere. So I'm like, who is telling her what people are saying? Like, are y'all telling her what focus? Because I feel like the questions did not start until she came home and not much info was given.
Family now urging the public to let the investigation play out, but mentioning an abductor. Her mother asking to read a brief message to the public.
Carlee has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
No, that was the read. Not the person asking, do you believe there's an abductor? That means, is you lying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
NBC News has reached out to the Hoover Police Department to ask whether they're looking for an individual involved. Police have just said they're following up on all information provided by Carlee.
And when I talked to you all on Saturday, you also said your daughter is a fighter and she would find a way back to you.
I felt that in my heart.
Is that what happened?
She did. She found her way back to us. However, we can't discuss the details of that.
But they say one thing is clear.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
But she made it back to you.
She made it back.
Yeah, she did make it back. All right, Priscilla, so investigators are obviously busy on this case. What are they looking into going forward?
Yeah, Hoda, right now they're analyzing that initial 911 call and also that traffic cam video showing that car driving on the interstate very slowly with its flashers on, believed to be Carlee's car. And of course,
because this is my thing, we're going to leave it be. My thing is, if they're going to be looking at the footage from the freeway, wouldn't there have to be footage of something, of someone taken her, because if her car was found sitting there, someone would have to, like, where is the footage of her getting out the car? So it just seemed real suspect like. I'm not saying she lying. Mm-mm. I'm just saying more information is needed. And we have to keep the police investigating, because if somebody out here using children as bait to get women out of car, to snatch us up for a couple of days and do whatever and let us go, like, let me know. You know, because the world was panicking, thinking we can't help babies no more. And that's some bullshit. Okay. Now let's get into the Bishop robbery of it all. Okay. Look, Bishop robbery was around here on some bullshit. A little bit. And for the first time, we had a conversation with him and his attorney. Now, I was minding my own business, okay? And I saw a post from that man, okay? He had posted that story right there. And I was like, why he always be on, this stuff, okay? Why he just shut up? He put good try Tasha K, unwind with Tasha K. So you and your lawyers stay lying. You are saying I dropped a $360 million lawsuit against you. Nope, never going to happen. Join me at 5 p.m. today as me and my lawyer, my attorney, break down the lawsuit against Tasha K and some hidden details about the liar that's making money off of my name. He then tagged Shade Room, Cardi B, Ball Alert, the Neighborhood Talk, and World Star. And then said, Tasha, you are welcome to join me on the live. Now, I said, Bishop robbery, what did you do? Poor K. Do we have to have this be a part of the bullshit that is your story? Okay. And I'm just like, I need everybody to know. Bishop robbery watch-alongs are always last, because only folks who really want to laugh and listen to his B of the S is here. Okay, so Bishop robbery is for sure suing Tasha K for things he said that she said that has hurt his reputation. Okay, he said she said things, and so he's suing her for something. And his lawyer, whose name was Brian Ponder, I'm like, this two black men in Target t-shirts and leather chairs talking from home. Okay, Brian don't have no office where he and Bishop robbery could have been and sat down, had a conversation, because they was both on IG. The sound at some point was horrible, because it's just, let's get into it, okay?
Listen, I just want to stop.
Oh, I sped it up, y'all. If you're watching, you do know, because even though I sped it up so that we can get through it fast, you can slow down the speed on YouTube, okay? If you want to hear it faster or slower, you have the ability to do that, okay? So when why is it so fast? If you're watching this on the replay and it aggravates you, you can 100% change the speeds as you're listening, so that way you don't have to complain about none of that, okay? I'm just saying. But I sped up because they were talking so slow. An hour of talking, an hour and 7 minutes, I got it down to about 30 minutes. I think it was 32 minutes. Okay? So I'm telling y'all now, it's sped up, but he was talking so slow, you won't really miss much, but you can for sure slow your shit down. I mean, speed up if you need to. Okay, but I'm not doing that.
Bye, because there are a bunch of false reports going on out here. Tasha K got her little cronies, and I don't even want to talk about it. But this so-called paper out there in North Carolina posted some garbage, and now he's trying to tag me all over their page to try to, you know how these guys be clout chasing. But from my understanding, this is one of Tasha K's little cronies, and she got her little soldiers and dogers. But anyway, y'all, we're going to talk about Tasha K and Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit real fast. I know y'all say, Bishop, I want to hear you preach. I get it, but let me explain something to y'all.
I'm not going to say no one wants to hear him preach. He likes saying that anybody who is kind of talking against him is a Tasha K crony, is working with Larry Reed. I feel like he likes to make it seem as if people just might not, believe in his ethics. And that's why they discuss him. Okay? Now, I don't know who the man was who he was saying things as far as him canceling or dropping or dismissing the lawsuit against Tasha K. But I'm like, not everybody goes to my payroll. Well, at least I'm not.
It's been too long that the church have been bowing down and being bullied by these YouTubers, by these bloggers, and just by people that want to destroy the families of church members, Christians, and they just want to tear us down, and they're always using the scripture, turn the other cheek. And I know that we're so caught up with this turn the other cheek that y'all look at Bishop Whitehead and say, dang, man, he's a preacher. We never seen nothing like that. Exactly. You haven't seen nothing like me.
We haven't. I was watching, I follow a family called the Daily Davidsons on YouTube, and I was looking at the dad's, TJ Davidson's IG, and he was showing his father in church, and the pastor and the people on the pulpit was like in regular clothes. I feel like, church ain't about what you wear, but it is about how you conduct yourself. And how Bishop dress and how he conducts himself is why we feel like we've never seen anybody like him. It be some foolishness.
I come from the dirt. I come from the mud. I come from the streets, right? And I'm tired of everybody telling me to turn the other cheek. And y'all just want me to get stomped on, kicked all in my face. Let me say this to y'all too.
No, we don't want you to get stomped on or kicked on or nothing. We don't want that. What we want is, if you just go preach, leave it be. Leave it be. I feel like if he stopped with the extra antics, it would not give anyone, like if he would not go live, I would not have content to come to y'all and have a watch along. Because when he having church, I don't bother that man when he's doing it. I don't do that. But he has these things, he has these rants and this and that or whatever, and that's what makes people then say, oh, that's what makes other people say. Because he said people call him a scammer. He said people call him a charlatan. He said other folks talk about him as if he's this and he's that. However, if all he do is preach and live his life, nobody would have a chance to speak about him. It'd be his antics.
Right. I'm from a place where we don't care about your opinions.
Lies. How you lying on the internet? If you did not care about people's opinion, we would not be in this mess. If you did not care about what people said about you, you would never go live and have rebuttals and rants about what people say about you. Because you care. You care a whole lot. You do. You do, Blanche. You do.
Right? We don't care about your opinions, right? I wish everybody loved me, but in a perfect world that might happen, but not in this world, right? And I want y'all to understand that these bloggers, these YouTubers,
what we do? Why you keep coming for us? Okay? Why? Why do you go looking for what I always say? You should, if you go looking for things, you'll find it. He searched his name and he then go and watch what folks say. Anybody who base working with you on what a YouTuber said about you is stupid. You should not want to work with anyone who bases their opinion on you from what YouTubers say. Like, my opinion of him is based on what he say, his lives, his own words. My opinion on him don't come from anything else but what I see him doing what he said. But you keep talking about the bloggers and the YouTubers. Why are you looking for us?
I'm not saying all of them. There's some that do the right thing. They commentate.
That's me. As he said, it's some of them who do the right thing and they commentate. They do commentary. That's what I do. I give commentary about things and I talk about what people say and what they, you know what I'm saying? I that's it. So that's me. I'm a commentating YouTuber. Okay.
But then you have people like Tasha K, right? You got people like Tasha K that lies, right? Now, I don't know if she lied about everything, but I know with me, she lied. And, we filed a lawsuit of $360 million against her. And she lied again on some documents, y'all. So, I'm going to bring my attorney up here so he can explain to you guys a lot of legal technicalities. And we also have been in conversation with Cardi B's attorney and...
Not Cardi attorney, Cardi girl. Cardi, do not get involved with Bishop Robbery.
My attorney and Cardi B's attorney had a good old time yesterday. Woo! They had a good old time because good old Tasha K is just fabricating, y'all. And I want to put my lawyer up here. I want to put my attorney up here because let me tell y'all something, right? I'm a man of integrity and...
Integrity? I won't say he don't have integrity. I won't say that. I don't think he don't have integrity. I think he's so far gone on the aspect of how he wants to be seen by people that it consumes him. He's always responding. But I won't say he doesn't have any integrity. I won't say that. I don't know that man.
The media has tried to destroy me and destroy my name. And Tasha K just have been... I don't even know why she started with the bishop, right? Like,
but did she start with the bishop?
We was cool, and then I start getting inboxes saying she dragging you. I'm like, dragging me? And I text her. I got a text her, yo, you dragging me? What the heck? What happened? And she came up with this whole thing of how I wanted to use her. And I'm just like, so me, I'm an honest person. I'm saying to myself, dang, she's really a liar. To create a narrative like that, I'm like, yo, she's really a liar. And I'm like, wow.
Now, I'm going to say this. There was a point where Tasha and the bishop were friendly, mainly when Bishop Robbery was going at it with Larry Reed, who Tasha was no longer friendly with. You know what I'm saying? Because Tasha has said that she wasn't friends with Bishop Robbery or Larry Reed, but they, were friendly. I don't feel like she switched up. I feel like Tasha's always been who she is. But you and her at that point in time had a mutual enemy in Larry Reed. And for the most part, if you watch the live that Tasha was on with him, Tasha wasn't really saying much. She would let him talk. That's really what it was. And then we did see the fact that Tasha was on her app just discussing Bishop, and she was saying why her and him weren't cool no more. And she said because it's federal. Once he was federally indicted, she's backed away because she has her bankruptcy and the lawsuit Cardi B. And she said, no man, no sir. Okay. So I don't think she changed on him or went against him. I think what we all knew was going to happen happened.
I'm like, wow. So she said a lot of things about me, and my attorney said, let's get him. And I said, let's go. And we put in a lawsuit, and we're going to go through all the technicalities, and we're going to go through some things that she said in her federal lawsuit that she lied about, containing me and some other things, y'all. So y'all tag this, and everybody who she's targeting, she even targeting Steve Harvey, and God dang, why do we continuously tear down the black community? I just seen her post something about Steve Harvey. Come on, man, Nobody's perfect. And Steve Harvey is an icon. He's an icon to the black community, right? Why would you tear him down and you want to talk about nobody's safe? Like, why? Like, why? Why would you do that to our culture? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, these, you know, we got the T.D. Jakes, we got the Steve Harveys, we have the Denzel Washingtons, we have the Samuel Jacksons, you know, the Obamas, the Tyler Perrys. And these are people that have made a way. We got the Oprah Winfrey. They have opened up the door for our community. You know what I mean? And it's like, there should be some type of boundaries. And I think Steve Harvey has created such an impact in our community that they got boundaries, man.
I haven't watched any content that Tasha's done against Steve. I saw that she interviewed Marjorie Harvey, Steve Harvey's wife. She interviewed Marjorie Harvey's ex-husband. I've seen, you know, the thumbnails of her, you know, discussing them. But I don't know what it's about. Tasha's a media person. If there's a story, she's gonna talk about it. I'm just saying.
You know, every other religion have boundaries. You don't see the Jews doing this to each other. You don't see Russians doing it to each other.
The Russians be beefing out too. They be doing stuff.
You don't see Asians. It's only our people, man. And this woman is.
That's not true. I'm pretty sure I'm sure there's an Asian blogger somewhere discussing Asian things. I believe there's a Russian blogger somewhere discussing Russian things. I feel like every branch of the world has a Tasha K. We just don't know because we don't speak Russian. We don't speak Japanese. We don't speak Chinese. You know what I'm saying? We don't speak whatever. Like, it's not only black culture who does this. There is a gossip blogger in every genre. We just don't watch it.
It's just a mess. So let's get into her stuff then. Where's my attorney? Okay, here you go right here. Let me go live with my attorney. My attorney.
Again, the sound at some points when Bishop Robbery is talking is aggravating. I can't fix it. It is what it is, okay? But that's his lawyer, Brian Ponder.
And all of my civil, he's also part of criminal matter as well, but he mainly focuses on all of the civil, every civil matter that I have. This is the guy. He is my attorney. If you are, yeah, I got Facebook Watch too. So anything.
So he's on his cell phone on IG. He has his other cell phone on Facebook that's pointed to the phone so they can see Brian. There's a third cell phone on the side because his phone rang at one point. He had to answer it for the brother. I'm like, sir, that's why you're in trouble because they still got on damn phones.
That you hear about Bishop Whitehead and any lawsuit, anybody suing me, this is the lawyer. So if y'all need, I said Brian is fine. Oh shoot. Oh, right. Y'all know birds are like But anyway, so if you have any lawsuits, any questions that you guys want, y'all inbox him. Yeah, listen, if he's on my team, you know he's integral. You know he's integral. And
integral, is that a word? Integral, that's not a word. I mean, you can say he has integrity if he's on my team. Is integral to a word, y'all? Let me know, because I don't know.
He does a hell of a job. And ask God to keep him focused on an amazing job and don't switch up. But anyway, we are here today to talk about Tasha K. That run a little bit, Brian. But right. People still coming on and they coming on. But I want to talk about Tasha K because this lunatic blogger, Tasha K.
His sound is messing up because the lawyer has him talking, so it's the feedback. It's so stupid.
And some other guy, they posted that our lawsuit that we filed against Tasha K, which is inaccurate. So Brian, I want Brian to talk to you guys a little bit about what we're doing and a little bit about what we had to do, so we can let the world know what Bishop Whitehead is doing. The Tasha K lawsuit is not dropped. It is not dropped. And for that blogger, he wants us to sue him. He's talking about, and you can sue me. No, I wouldn't even. You didn't say nothing defamatory, but they posted stated that he was in court. There was a court proceedings today, which is a lie. All this nonsense. Brian, gotta give them a little bit about what we're doing with.
Integral refers to mathematics. Wow. So he see, you can't be using words you don't know about. Look them up first.
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so the Tasha K matter, and as everybody knows, Tasha K was not always necessarily, an enemy. It's just at some point she took a turn, and she's not loyal to anything but lies, it appears. But at some point, she took a turn and began to take her relationship with Bishop Whitehead as one that she wants to basically, make a scandal out of and say things that are just untrue. And that's her business. But at some point, she has to understand that her rights, to conduct her gossip business ends when other people's rights are affected. So she said some egregious things that were put up on her website and broadcast to millions of people. And that content, like other content, has caused a chilling effect, to your business. Investors see the information that's false and don't want to do business with you.
I'm gonna eat a chip, y'all. I'm not gonna interrupt as much because it's like 24 more minutes. However, I wonder if they're gonna submit who the business folks was who said, once I saw what Tasha said, once I saw what somebody else said, I chose to not work with you because of that. Or are you assuming that when you're trying to work with people, they don't want to work with you, that you're assuming it's because of what Tasha K said?
And so a lot of people really can't understand why you sue people for saying things. Well, when people say things that are lies that affect your livelihood, you can either do nothing and lose your livelihood, or do something to try to get back what you had. And so that's what you did, Bishop Whitehead. So did
he ever have $360 million? I'm just wondering.
We sued Tasha K back on July 10th of this year for making various statements and also by using your likeness and name without your permission. And this lawsuit was filed in the state court in Brooklyn, New York on July 10th, 2023 of this year. And to make it simple, it's a defamation type case. It's also a case that involves it's called right of privacy. But people, you have a right to privacy, but right to privacy also includes you have a right to your name and likeness. People can't use your name and likeness for their own commercial purpose and make a lot of money off of you.
He would look, I need my money. Because he really feel like people are making a lot of money off him, and that's just not true. It's not true. It just isn't. And I wish would realize that people are not making a lot of money off you.
Without you consenting to it. And so that's what the case is about. And to keep it simple. And the case was filed on July 10th. However, the videos that were released they were released on her website around late May, around May, approximately the 25th, approximately maybe the 23rd as well. On or about May 25th of this year is when she released these videos on her website. And that date becomes important because on May 25th of this year, she filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy in South Florida. All right. So what does that mean? A lot of people hear the word bankruptcy and think that it means just one thing, but there are different types of bankruptcy. According to the court records, she filed the bankruptcy because the Cardi B judgment, which is over $3 million, was something she wanted to protect herself from losing everything she had to satisfying it. So that was the largest debt that she had at this time. And according to the last bankruptcy hearing, she claims
not the phone for them. Get a goddamn phone holder, Bishop. Get a phone holder.
She spent $300,000 defending herself.
All right, so let's stop right there real fast, right? Hold that thought. So, Brian is breaking down the case, right? And I want you guys to really follow it because everyone keeps telling me, Bishop, why are you suing people? So he's breaking down the damages that happened to me because you guys don't see it. You guys don't have to go through. You guys don't have to go through these views. All right, this dude right here, the North Carolina. That's the one that did that fake story.
What kind of person is on a live with a lawyer? Cut the lawyer off to explain what the lawyer said.
We'll get to that, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get to him. So I'm going to leave you up. I ain't going to block you. But anyway, so Brian is explaining to you guys what you don't see. So for everybody that is up here and everybody talking about let God handle it, it's my civil right to protect my name, my livelihood, and that's why Brian is doing what he is supposed to do. He's breaking down the case as far as why we're suing her, and he's going through the formalities. Now, remember, he's putting out there that the case was dropped, which it wasn't. So Brian is about to explain to you that it's not dropped. Okay, so go ahead, Brian.
Okay, so someone just said don't come for the baddest North Carolina blogger. Well, he's bad, all right. I mean, and I made a comment on his paper's site. Basically,
again, all of this is because somebody on, I think, IG said the case was dismissed against Tasha. And now, because of that, it's a whole lie.
we have alerts, and so we got an alert today of an article that says
they have an alert. So anytime his name is out here, they are alerted and they jump on it.
That the $360 million lawsuit against Tasha K was dropped. Simply, that's a lie. And Gerald, I think Gerald Jackson is his name. I wrote him an email to clarify what his sources allegedly told him, but it's simply a lie. And I provided him with the paperwork. The lawsuit against Tasha K simply is not dropped. When Tasha
He filed that bankruptcy.
Hold on a second, Brian. I just want to show them.
So, I mean, keep some on mute. I made their voices be regular. I want y'all to hear how slow they were talking. So for like a minute, this is their regular voice at the regular speed, and why I had to speed it up.
People that I can't show him on this phone. I did it on my other phone. But anyway, we contacted that guy because he wants clout. That's why he's up here talking.
Oh, okay. So he's on here now. So the North Carolina beat, yeah, and he can have all the clout he likes from this. No, I'm not concerned about the part about me not say I can't practice. I don't care about insults. That's not a problem.
The concern was, and I'll post the letter that I wrote this North Carolina beat. And the Carolina beat took my comment down because it speaks to his lack of integrity as a journalist. He claims to have a source tell him one thing, and he has no journalistic integrity to email me to confirm that or to get information from the source to confirm that it's true. Simply put, the lawsuit was not dropped, so that article is complete garbage, and that journalist is complete garbage. And I'll tell him to his face. Okay? And matter of fact, if you want to come on here, we'll give you the opportunity to share where you got the source from, because it makes no sense. And that's correct. The lawsuit is still ongoing. And so I'll explain to you what was...
Not a lawyer asking the social media person to come on the live to have a discussion about the lawsuit.
Yesterday, we filed a document called a Notice of Suggestion of Bankruptcy. That's what the document is called. It's public record, and Bishop, I provided you a copy of it. You can post it. All it says is that, look, it notifies the court to let the court know that Tasha K filed bankruptcy. Therefore, the bankruptcy provides what's called an automatic stay against prosecutions and collection of debt against you.
All right, so Brian, hold on right there. Hold a second, right? So for more lame terms, like for me and you guys that are not attorneys.
Okay. Not for lame terms. You mean for layman's terms? You can't say for layman's terms for the people who not smart?
No, I just want to just explain this, right? So what happened was,
again, why is the client explaining what the lawyer is saying? Ain't that why you pay a lawyer?
Tasha K, when we filed the $360 million lawsuit, Tasha K then sent my attorney, her attorney sent my attorney a letter stating that we need to dismiss the case because it should be a part of bankruptcy and so forth and so on. So just so that you guys know, what my attorney was saying, because he got thrown off by this fake blogger right here, this news reporter, he got kind of thrown off. But he was going into when Tasha K made the false statements about me, it was on or before May 25th. And since it was on or before May 25th, May 25th was the day she filed her lawsuit. So since our claim came before she filed the bankruptcy, therefore my lawsuit then become a part of the bankruptcy file. So therefore she can protect her assets against Cardi B. Okay. So now her lawyer sent my lawyer a letter saying you need to dismiss it, trying to threaten us or whatever. And now Brian is about to go into what we just filed. So therefore you guys will get an understanding that it wasn't dismissed. It's just a process. It's a legal process of what we had done. So for this fake newspaper dude, he put on his page that that it was a court proceedings today, and he actually told me that too. It was a court proceeding, and all this stuff. It was never a court proceeding today at all. It was a filing by my attorney. So that guy right there, y'all need to unfollow him because he's a clown and a liar. It was.
I will say this: if your lawyer went to the court to file some paperwork, who cares? You up here explaining stuff when your lawyer here. Why? Why?
No court proceedings at all today. But go ahead, Brian.
And to be clear, the North Carolina paper, and the guy's in here, Mr. Gerald Jackson, he's saying he's not taking the article down. No one told him to take this article down. No one told him to take the article down. I just notified him of the falsity of the articles because it just makes him look like a bad paper. But if you want to publish, I actually copied and pasted what I emailed him and put it in the comment section of his Instagram.
I don't trust nobody who be on IG Live all the time and ain't got no damn phone stand.
No one has told him to take the article down. I just clarified and showed him that what he's posting is just inaccurate. It just shows his lack, like I said earlier, his lack of integrity as a journalist. He's posting just inaccurate articles. The lawsuit against Tasha K simply is not dropped. You won't find any other paper that will say that because he simply is lying. And it's
right. You know what I found out? You know what I found out? I found out that he was on Tasha K's show twice or 3 times already. So he's a part of that whole wash. So enough with him.
Nah, he brought Tasha K wash. Okay.
Already know he's a liar. And once you start continuing with the facts, they're going to know about Chaser and throw my name out there and Tasha K. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, but I didn't tell him to. I just gave the correct information because it's just simply incorrect. But the lawsuit is not dropped. What I was explaining earlier, Bishop, as you explained, when a person files bank.
And why would your lawyer, when you so this is the thing, these tips are good. Why would your lawyer tell somebody they posted a fake story instead of suing them too? You suing Tasha K for lying on you. Sue him too.
The law provides that anything that's going against them, it creates an automatic stay. What that means is it pauses everything against them so they can regroup. That's what the bankruptcy law provides. And so it doesn't provide that lawsuits are dropped. It just creates a pause. And now, as Bishop Whitehead said, the claim against Tasha K in this lawsuit is a part of the lawsuit because what's alleged that she did in the lawsuit occurred before she filed. And so this is part of the lawsuit.
Hold on, you're breaking up back. Hold on. Oh, okay. It's gonna come back. So while Brian's come back, he's fuzzy, but while Brian's come back, he's breaking down the lawsuit. All right, you come back. You clear now. Go ahead.
Why is he mediating? Sit down and shut up, Bishop.
Okay, so what I was saying is the bankruptcy law just provides for a pause, and because the lawsuit is about allegations and conduct that happened before she filed, it's a part of that bankruptcy. And so the bankruptcy court will tell us when we can proceed in it, and that's where we are. That's where that case is. So it's not dropped. It's fully active. And she filed for what's called a Chapter 11. When people hear bankruptcy, you think that they get to discharge debt. That's not the kind of bankruptcy she filed. She filed a Chapter 11. A Chapter 11 basically takes all the debt before that bankruptcy and allows you to reorganize it and pay it over time.
Now, I feel like Brian Ponder, they said he was also a credit specialist. This is Brian Ponder, Esquire. I want to show y'all something because I feel like he may know a lot. This is his website. It says Brian Pond is a New York trial attorney and published author. He represents, individuals and businesses in litigation in all stages. His practice focuses on foreclosure defenses, business, credit, debt defense, cryptocurrency, and securities law. So he may know a lot about that because that's his thing. Now, Bishop said this is his criminal attorney, but his practice focuses on foreclosure defense, business, credit, debt defense, cryptocurrency, and securities laws. I mean, I know, errors on credit reports can affect just the credit reports. Okay, I'm just saying, foreclosure defense, Fair Credit Reporting Act violations, fair debt collection practices, UCC, all this stuff I'm just saying, influencer marketing law. I'm not saying that man don't do criminal defense. I'm saying his website don't say he do criminal defense. His website say credit, debt, and foreclosure defense, and he know all that stuff. So he may be a whiz, in what Tasha K got going on, because that's what he do.
And kind of bankruptcy she filed, typically someone will have about 60 months to pay that debt. Now, what I find interesting about this is...
Right, hold up. Listen, y'all, it's about to get sticky. Hold on. We got to set up there. Hold on. Now, listen, for all the bloggers, I see my guy Wally up here. All the bloggers, get your pens, get your pads, get your calculators.
The type of law he practices has nothing to do with the reason Bishop K is suing Dr. K.
Wow.
It's nothing to do with it.
Because we about to see how Tasha K has been fabricating stuff, and get your pens out because y'all going to see how she's trying to bamboozle the bankruptcy court, because Cardi B is already on her neck for $4 million. Now Bishop Whitehead is on her neck for $360 million, and now she's trying to get away from Cardi B and Bishop Whitehead, and Bryant is about to explain what a bankruptcy chapter 11 is and what she filed, y'all, because
he got a lawyer who know about debt issues while trying to sue somebody for defamation.
Getting on everybody, and she is lying, and she's trying to get around these lawsuits. All right, stop telling me to stop cutting them off. I gotta commentate this thing. All right, because my lawyer just tell you some law stuff, and y'all be lost. So I want to bring it back down and get your calculators and get your pens, y'all, because y'all can talk about this. All right, so you said 60 months. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, so first of all, there are forms of bankruptcy, like a Chapter 7, where you can discharge debt and get a new start. That's for a fresh start.
God damn it. What I was saying was, I need to stop eating these chips. What I was saying was, Tasha K has said to herself that the reason she lost her case, was because she had bad lawyers. Okay, the lawyers were not doing the right thing. And the fact of the matter is, Brian is up here explaining what Tasha got going on, because that's his wheelhouse. If you notice when he's talking about the bankruptcy and that stuff, he sounds real knowledgeable. He ain't no stuttering, nothing, because that's what he know. He know debt stuff.
Type of case. Well, that Cardi B type lawsuit, defamation judgment, she can't discharge that. So she can't discharge Cardi B. Just like Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit, when if he were to get a judgment of this type, it would not be dischargeable. And so keep that in mind. And so the type of lawsuit she filed, bankruptcy she files in Chapter 11. A Chapter 11, you get to put together a repayment plan. And so right now she has, her biggest debt is a $3.4 approximately $1 million debt owed to Cardi B. A payment plan can go up to 60 months. So in court documents from a recent hearing, she claims she only makes less than $4,000 a month.
Hold up. She says she makes less than $4,000 a month, y'all. I just want y'all to start hearing the lies. Start hearing the lies, because y'all been sitting here looking at this Tasha K, and she's been kicking Black America in the back. I don't see her talk about no white people, no Asian people, no Russian people. It's all about our kind. Here it goes. She says she only makes $4,000 a month. Lies, garbage, and trash. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm going to say this. Do I believe Tasha K only makes $4,000 a month from YouTube? No. The only way that's what she makes from YouTube is if her videos are being demonetized, or if her videos are being on limited ads. YouTube only pays you based on ads. The views per ads. If Tasha K videos, if when you're watching it, if no ads are being played, she's not making much money. I don't think she only makes $4,000 a month. She might make $4,000 a month after expenses. I don't know how much I make. So she can't possibly make $4,000 a month based on what I make. She has to make well over $4,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's only if her videos have limited ads or no ads at all. It's very possible that she's not making that much money in YouTube ad revenue.
Now, she attributes this
because YouTube was my game
to the fact that Cardi B has started seizing some of her money. Now, when the court inquired about how much Cardi B has gotten from her so far, she said $10,000. Okay, now let's go back a little bit. Tasha K claims she spent $300,000 on lawyers to defend that case against Cardi B, and she spent allegedly about let's see, I have to quote the number, but a much smaller sum of money trying to appeal.
I think it was 90. It was 390. 300.
So about $90,000 approximately trying to appeal. Okay. So far she's not been successful in any of that. And as we know, Cardi B got the judgment. Now, again, back to how much money she makes. She claims under penalty of perjury that she makes under $4,000 per month per sale. Now, keep that number in mind. Then she claims that she lives there in Fort Lauderdale, and when asked how much she pays in rent, she says $2,500.
Now, I want y'all to listen, because this is the part that Brian made a whole bunch of sense.
Okay? And this is a sworn testimony in a bankruptcy hearing. Now, later, when Cardi B's lawyer in the bankruptcy case comes on and asks her questions about her rent, I believe it was Cardi B's lawyer, maybe someone else. I think it was Cardi B's lawyer. When asked her about her rent, he asked about the building, and she says it's a building owned by Grant Cardone, et cetera, et cetera. We're not going to really put it out there what building it is. But the lawyer had enough sense, and everybody has sense in this case, except her, because she's, thinks she's smarter than everyone.
And we know where you at, Tasha.
So the lawyer said, well, I'm looking at the website for this building. There's no unit in this building that's $2,500. So how are you paying $2,500? Oh, well, that's just my portion of the rent. My husband pays the other half.
So if what he's saying is that Tasha told them that she paid $2,500 in rent, but that's her half, meaning her rent is much more than that, but she's and her husband paid that, because they're going to say, if your rent is $5,000 a month and you make $4,000 a month on YouTube or whatever, how can you afford your rent? But Tasha also has a husband, so I'm assuming he do pay stuff too. I don't think all the bills is just on Tasha.
Talking about crafty. Talking about crafty. And that's a nice way of saying shifty and lying. So when someone says, what's your rent? You say $2,500, and when they ask more, come to find out the rent, she said, is about $5,400. Okay?
But if all she pays $2,500, what she pays $2,500. I'm just saying that could be the thing.
So anyway, she's saying she makes under $4,000 a month. Why do I emphasize that? Well, in a Chapter 11 case, you're going to have to be able to sustain a repayment plan. And so let's just do some simple math. If you have, let me see, $3.4 million, and if you can pay it off in up to 60 months, so divided by 60, that comes out to $56,000 a month.
So Tasha K bankruptcy that she's in, Cardi B's lawsuit with 3 whatever million. He's saying the bankruptcy she filed, they have to give her a certain amount to pay within 60 months. Okay? If you only make $4,000 a month, you won't be able to pay off the 3 whatever million, because you won't have the $5,400 it costs to pay the bankruptcy. So that part I thought was interesting, because I was like, damn, I don't know nothing about bankruptcy. I ain't had to file, I don't know. But if what he's saying is true, that the one she filed had the repayment of about up to 60 months to repay all the stuff. And so even with her most expensive debt, which is that lawsuit, the 3.11 million, she won't be able to afford the repayment. So she probably won't be allowed to do the bankruptcy because you can't afford to pay it off.
So if this is a personal bankruptcy for a debt that's personal to her, and she's only claiming that she makes less than $4,000 a month, how is she going to pay into a payment plan where she has to pay almost $57,000 a month? How does that work? Well, it doesn't work. She's not going to be able to do that. So this bankruptcy is not going to make it. As soon as they come up with a plan to address this Cardi B lawsuit, she doesn't qualify for it. She doesn't have the income. So where's the income coming from? Well, perhaps her channels, perhaps that money goes elsewhere. Where else could it go? Well, her husband allegedly produces and perhaps intercepts the money that's produced by all of those gossip channels. That company is called Yellen Entertainment, YELEN Entertainment. That's what her husband runs. She claims no ownership in that company, and that company basically allegedly produces all of her shows, YouTube, and her other social media, whatever the case may be. So actually, Bishop Whitehead sued Yellen and sued her because Yellen produced the content and basically is responsible as her employer or producer of that content.
So while Cardi B lawsuit was with Tasha K and Kiwi Studios, and that's where the 3.9 million, lawsuit that came from. If Bishop Robbery is now suing her husband's company, who now does the show, they're saying that she's having other folks do stuff in their name, so it seems as if she's not making no money. That's why I say Brian is a dang on bankruptcy debt person, because he's only really talking about what Tasha K got going on. He not even speaking about what Bishop Robbery doing.
To clear this up, everybody kept saying, why do you know where she at? Because she's been ducking service. I don't have to throw none of that nonsense, y'all. She's ducking her personal service, but obviously she put me in a lawsuit. She knows what's going on. So that's why I said, right? I don't care. I don't got time to be threatening nobody, hurting nobody, none of that stuff, all right? We about this business, we about this money, and that's just what it is, all right? So, Brian, what I want you to get to, to the good part, to the real good part of the different subdivisions of the Chapter 11.
Right. So back to the Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So hopefully you all understand now there are two types of bankruptcy.
Again, Bishop Robbery brought his lawyer on his IG Live to break down Tasha's bankruptcy.
Two basic types. One type where you discharge and get rid of debt and don't have to pay it. That's not what she can't do that, because these types of debts can't be discharged in that way. The kind that she files, Chapter 11, is basically a repayment plan. And according to her own sworn testimony, she cannot afford that. So she does not qualify for that. That's not going to be sustained. My guess is that bankruptcy will get dismissed at some soon point. Now, the type of bankruptcy she filed has something called a Subchapter 5. Subchapter 5 is a subchapter of the Chapter 11 bankruptcy that allows a more streamlined process. The streamlined process allows a more, I guess, inexpensive and streamlined case. To qualify for that, I believe your debts have to be under 7.5 million, I believe. She filed a Chapter 11. Someone put Chapter 13. No, she filed a Chapter 11. A Chapter 11 is like, I believe, a 13.
Sir, get a goddamn phone holder.
And that's a repayment plan, but a Chapter 11 is usually for businesses or individuals with large debts, which is what we have here. So the Subchapter 5 can only be taken advantage of if your debts are under 7.5 million, I believe. The debt includes not only judgments, but claims against you, like Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit. So what they'll do is take the lawsuit and see how much the person is trying to recover, and that becomes part of the claim amount. And so Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit pushes her above that threshold. And the reason that's significant is because her lawyer, Chad, I think Van Horn down there in Fort Lauderdale, wrote me a letter and was saying, you need to dismiss the case. My client filed bankruptcy, dismiss your case. And I was like, well, bankruptcy does not mean you have to dismiss a case. And he filed an amended list of creditors and included Bishop Whitehead's claim and put $360,000. Now, at first, I said, oh, well, that must be an error. And then when I thought about it, I was like, no, he knowingly and willingly, I allege, falsified the amount so that his client can continue in a Subchapter 5 fraudulently.
So they're trying to say Tasha out here lying, her attorney out here lying. They trying to say that. I'm not saying that. That's what they said, okay? But the piece saying Tasha and her attorney added Bishop Robbery's lawsuit to her bankruptcy, where he's saying he's suing her for $360 million, and that Tasha's attorney as he alleged, falsely put $360,000 as a part of her debt because she's being sued, trying to lie to the courts to be able to file for the subcategory, all that shit. They say Tasha lying, or her attorney lying, or her attorney being sneaky. In my opinion, all y'all being sneaky. Because Bishop Robbery suing Tasha for $360 million, knowing she ain't got it, is also sneaky.
Which is punishable. And by the way, I can read what happens when you do this. This is what the document that he wrote this on says: making a false statement in a bankruptcy case can result in fines up to $250,000 or imprisonment for up to 20 years or both. And that law is from 18 U.S.C. sections 152, sections 1341, sections 1519, and sections 3571. So that false statement is really problematic because it appears that even her lawyer is trying to falsify these court records to streamline this process in that bankruptcy court. So that's what's happening. And so my guess is this bankruptcy case, Cardi B's lawyer indicated that they're going to be filing motions likely to dismiss the case, and it certainly appears that it won't make it. Meaning
that phone should be broke by now.
Certainly, from the number she's given, unless her husband is going to give her a $60,000 salary raise a month, she's not going to be able to maintain any type of repayment plan in this bankruptcy to deal with Cardi B's lawsuit. Well, there was some questioning of Tasha K.
We have 10 minutes left and we done.
Regarding some of her assets. I mean, clearly she claims a super low income. They were inquiring about some of her assets and trying to get an understanding of, well, where in the world is she going to have the resources to even deal with this type of case? I don't think she understood the assignment when it came to that. She was trying to indicate poverty. And she doesn't understand. She's going to have to be able to indicate that she can actually perform under a repayment plan. And the court inquired upon her, or someone within the bankruptcy inquired upon her about some of her designer bags because they want to be able to assign a value to it to figure out how much it's worth. And she claimed that she got them used and doesn't know or have receipts on these bags, and just being very, very evasive. And the evasiveness was really stood out when we were talking about rent. Had that attorney not inquired deeper about what the real rent was, it would look on its face that she pays $2,500 in rent, but she really pays $5,400. And even that $5,400 she's talking about, it changes depending on the utilities and things like that. You know what your rent is, okay? A rent does not ebb and flow.
You rent your rent every month.
With utilities. So the fact that she's evasive that much, I'm very concerned that at some point in this case, she's going to probably end up getting caught up with respect to those alleged lies between her and her attorney in that bankruptcy case, because it's clear she's not being honest and forthcoming. And again, I don't think she understands that she's going to have to be able to prove that she can even pay into a payment plan to deal with all these millions of dollars that she's trying to pay back. And I don't think the case will survive. I think we'll be hearing in the near future that the case may have.
If she can't afford to pay Cardi B $3.9 million, how the fuck she gonna afford to pay bitch for $360 million? What's the point of filing a lawsuit that you know she can't afford to pay?
Got dismissed, and the stay that she's enjoying is a temporary one. At some point, the stay will come up when the case is dismissed, because she's not going to be able to pay into a payment plan. I mean, unless Cardi B say, hey, just give me $500,000 or $600,000 and $10,000 a month for 60 months. Unless that happens, unless Cardi B does that, which I seriously doubt, I don't think this case is going to be able to go forward in the bankruptcy court. And then what's going to happen is these lawsuits against her are going to just continue. Now, the case against her husband's company, Yellen, has moved forward. They've been served. Their attorneys have appeared. Of course, procedurally, they're trying to dismiss it. It's not dismissed. And we'll move forward with that against her husband's company, Yellen Entertainment.
Okay, I do what I want to do. Okay, if I decide I'm going to file a lawsuit. You guys don't understand what happens behind the scenes. Okay, my attorney understands how this stuff affects me. You guys see me come up here. You guys see me up here and smile, and you guys close doors. You don't see how get me down. Tasha K said that Foxy Brown was giving me credit card information.
Don't repeat that shit.
So that is what Tasha K said. So since he said it, I can repeat it. So Tasha K did say on one of her lives on her website, on her app, that I don't think she said allegedly, but she did say that Foxy Brown was giving Bishop Robbery credit card information to be out here skimming and scamming. Okay, that was his plug. So she did say that. That's what gave him the notion to sue her, because of her saying that. Now, did she mean that that's what he was currently doing? Did she mean that's what he was doing back in the day? Because y'all know, I mean, he did go to jail for, the credit card stuff, the scam stuff. That's what he went to prison for. That's what he went to prison for. So I'm like, was she meaning was Foxy Brown doing that when he went to jail? Or did she mean he was doing that recently?
Well, yeah. So these are, she has defamed me. And why is it saying I'm breaking up? You might gotta go out and come back. She has defamed me to the utmost, and I'm going to defend myself at all costs. Okay, I'm doing it. So it's the first and the last time I'm going to explain to you guys why I'm using my civil right to sue to protect me. And you guys need to be aware of that. You guys need to, if somebody has taken something from you, if somebody has defamed your name, y'all run around here. I get so many inboxes. Bishop, this person owe me this, and I'm living in this house, and the landlord is not doing this, and should I sue him? This is the person that you should call. Inbox him. See if he can help you. It ain't free, but inbox him. See if he can.
I am not inboxing that man for questions about any lawsuits, because that man do credit card repair. That man do bankruptcies.
Help you. I'm trying to show this generation how to do things business-wise. This is business. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to punch her in the face, and oh, I'm going to beat her husband up, or I'm going to shoot them or kill them. That's for the birds, man. That's for the birds. If you try to harm me, I'm going to defend myself. But business-wise, you do it this way. You don't let people step on you, stomp on you, kick you, say what they want to say, do what they want to do. No, you do it this way. This is how you do it. You do it through the civil CPLR, period. So I want to thank my attorney for coming up here and just breaking this stuff down. So you guys can understand that, Tasha K's lawsuit, my lawsuit against Tasha K has not been dropped. And I know someone asked, well, if the bankruptcies get dismissed, how does it help you? And you guys are a little confused. She filed bankruptcy to protect her assets. So Cardi B's attorney is fighting to get the bankruptcy dismissed. And once the bankruptcy is dismissed, now that's it. Her assets, everything she gets, have to go to all her judgments. Am I correct, Brian? Okay, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay, yeah. So if the bankruptcy gets dismissed, then Cardi B can continue to try to collect on her judgment, and Bishop Whitehead can continue suing her for defamation. Even if it's not dismissed, the lawsuit eventually will be able to continue either within the bankruptcy court or back in the New York court. So it's a good thing to get it dismissed because she's no longer protected by the bankruptcy stay that pauses everything and move forward. Right now she's enjoying a little reprieve, a little break. But once that break is over, that case is dismissed, she's back to having to give up assets she has to satisfy Cardi B's judgment, and she had to pay her lawyers to defend herself against Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit.
Now, first of all, that's the end, y'all. I don't leave it down because it's late. His point is, I want some money. I know she can't afford Cardi B lawsuit. I know she ain't got it, but I'm gonna sue her anyway. Okay, and that way she will forever be paying me, and I can have some pocket money. But Bishop Robbery really around here, and he feel like I'm going to just get my money. But the whole conversation was really about Tasha's bankruptcy. Not really about him suing Tasha. They were breaking down Tasha's bankruptcy. Calling Tasha a liar, calling her attorneys a liar, saying they're trying to, put out wrong amounts to still be able to file certain things, how nothing was dismissed, how everyone's been served. I was like, girl and boys around here, Bishop Robbery and his lawyer, really, it's foolishness. And I told y'all know the Robbery next Monday, so we shall see what Bishop do for the Robbery. Okay, but y'all, that's it. I'm done. It's been a little bit over 3 hours. I hope everybody had a good time. We discussed a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, do not forget to like the video. Okay, comment in the comment section for those y'all be watching. To subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I'm sure that there'll be something on live. There'll be something for me to go live about. So tomorrow, 9 p.m., we'll have a short-term live, because this is long. Okay, this is too damn long, but I had a good time with y'all. Y'all know I love you all. Please be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. I gotta go, but I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.